Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rap, aka the Mikoncast, episode 21, with someone that I was gonna have on a while ago that I was reminded of, but it didn't happen because there were technical difficulties at the time. But finally, this is one of those people. And again, I said since the beginning, I want to have a rotation of my closest and best friends on just kind of like semi often, just like every few episodes here and there. I want to have a cycle of people in there, and I already do have some people. Like I have Zach and Ricky, and I've another person that's gonna be a part of that rotation. Yeah, I think it's only Zach and Ricky and you now. Um, everyone, one of my best friends since the fourth grade. Welcome to Jeremy, aka Al Capone Gaming.
Hello.
My boy, he's here. Oh shit! I literally just unplugged my headphones from my computer. 1 second. This is the perfect time for this.
Technical difficulty.
Okay, yeah. Luckily, technical difficulties that are easily fixed. Because what happened last time was that Discord just started bugging out, and we just could not hear each other. And again, I was telling him before we started, like I forgot that even happened until he brought up. They just brought back that day. Because like we were like well over an hour into it too. I remember like we were
Yeah.
far into that. We weren't even
Yeah.
done yet.
Yeah, we were on an hour and it was like still going because we were conversating about what new games were coming out that have already came out.
Hmm. Yeah, man. That was back in 2020. That was back in those early days of quarantine. I feel back when shit was still well, we didn't even know what was happening at that point. So
Yeah.
I feel like we should start off. Like just real quick, I'm gonna let you do this since you're kind of a better storyteller than me. Um, I just feel like you tell this better, or you don't have to tell like everything. Just kind of just give like a little bit about our history and how we met and all that.
So we met, I believe it was McFarland, right?
No. It was fourth grade.
Yeah.
It was Miss. It was no. It was third grade. Cause of Mrs. No. It wasn't third. It was fourth grade.
It was fourth because I
We
came
had
into that school like I
yeah
moved schools and
yeah
I moved into the school that you were in.
yeah and we had Cummings, Miss Cummings. Mrs.
Yeah.
or Miss, whatever it was. Yeah, okay. I just
I
wanted to make
remember.
sure.
But yeah, we met in fourth grade, and then we bonded over Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm. God, I'm stuttering like crazy already. Sorry. Um, it was in gym, I believe. I think we were walking laps across the gym. If I think I don't know if I remember that specific detail. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's when we first started. Like literally was then.
We were doing the fitness gram pacer test. If people
Okay.
remember that.
Yeah, the fitness gram pacer test. God,
Hated it. I hated it with a passion.
bro, PTSD inducing. I'm fucking telling you.
And then there was that one time me and you fully completed it, like with the running part, and then the teacher wanted me and you to do it again the next week, and we just couldn't.
Dude, I can. Oh my god.
It was just terrible. And then
By the point when I was done, man, Jesus, I was lightheaded. I'm glad like that shit stopped after elementary school. That's kind of
yeah,
mean. I feel like it's kind of fucked up that they make us do that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, surely you can
It is,
stop whenever you want, but it's like, it's looked down upon, you know?
yeah, it felt like it got worse because the
It
higher in
did.
grade you got, the longer they expected you to go.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And
no,
like they
for
made you
sure.
feel terrible if you couldn't go the full thing because they're like, "Oh, you need to work on your cardio." And it's like, "What?"
It's like, dude, we're little kids. Can you not? Like this
Right.
shit's not a big deal.
Like it got super stressful and then it just got eventually like it kind of stopped because like they just stopped it all the way around. But like I always thought about it. If it was like if they kept it going into high school, that would have been horrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I mean, luckily, like the only required thing we had to do. Why is someone calling me on Discord? Oh my god. um, so the only thing we had to do in middle school, I mean, we had to do like one like semester
Yeah.
or marking period of gym, both in middle school and in high school. Luckily, with that, we only had to run like a mile a few times. I mean, don't get me wrong, running a mile wasn't fun, but like
No.
it was better than the pacer test because I mean we were kids.
Yeah.
And again, you can take as much time as you want with the mile, but it's like
But like I believe from fourth to basically ninth, we were in the like we had the same lunch, the same like couple of the same classes. But like once we hit like high school, that kind of stopped for a minute. Like we rarely got like the same lunch,
mm-hmm.
and if we did, like we had to be separated because like my class was West Campus, yours was East, and then we just
Yep.
had to like I would have had to leave early if I came to your campus so I could get back to West. It was just a whole thing.
Yeah, school they said they did not want us to cross paths at all after honestly after middle school, honestly, like even middle school we didn't see each other like a whole lot, but since the school was significantly smaller, we were able to see each other's, through the halls
Yeah.
and shit.
Remember that science class we had that one time where me and you talked a lot but never got in trouble because we actually did our work and was done before a majority of the people in
That
class?
is damn right, dude.
I remember.
There would be rare instances where the teacher would always ask, "Oh, are you guys actually doing your stuff?" And it's like, check my papers. Our shit is done and it's right and we're talking, so we can multitask. We don't miss a beat because that's just how we roll. That's
Like
just how
when
we
it
do
was
shit.
me and you in a class together, like we had our stuff done, we was ready. But when I was
Always.
by myself, I just was so bored, and
Yep.
I was like, "This isn't. I can't do it. It's like difficult."
Mm-hmm.
Because like I was flow when I was talking to you, because me and you would just talk and just do our work at the same time,
It
and it
helps,
was a
yeah.
flow for a long time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, talking helps. Like talking to your best friend while doing work always helps. Cause like
Right.
I don't know, I mean, at that point you're just talking. You're kind of doing like your work like subconsciously, but like you're doing it.
And
So
we helped each other a lot too while we were doing it. So if
that
you
we
didn't
did. That we did.
help, I didn't understand something, you would help me. Like we had a system.
Mm-hmm.
None of the teachers really complained either because they were like, "You're doing the work, you're getting it right. I'm not gonna complain about it."
Exactly.
The only teacher that ever complained about me and you talking in class was that fucking substitute teacher, Mrs. Summers.
Oh, dude, I hated that lady. She was old. I wonder if she's dead now. Just curious. I mean, I'm just curious at this point. She was like 70 or something, man. I don't know if COVID got
She,
her ass or not. I'm not
she
hoping that, but it could have happened.
She went after you for no reason. Like we were done. We already
Hated
had our
me.
stuff turned in. Like
Yup. And we can't forget that time I was written up. Or I was called home. Was one of the two. Um, I mean, we talk about this often because it's a pretty ridiculous story. This is literally the last like 3 or 5 minutes of class. We were all just like sitting in like the middle of like the room. I said like one thing to someone. She's like, "All right, I'm calling you." And I'm like, "Dude, we get out in 2 minutes. We weren't talking about anything important, you know. Like we were sitting there waiting to go. I know you remember that, obviously,
yeah,
because of the aftermath, the situation,
dude, your aunt and my parents were so worried we got kidnapped because we were in the bathroom because I was trying to make sure you were okay.
bro. Cause I never had it. I was like freaking. I was having like anxiety, bro. Cause I never had anything like happen that to me. I'm like I didn't do. Especially since I didn't do anything really. I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, we were there for like 10 minutes or something. But it just goes to show how great of a friend you are. So, of course, I'm always gonna appreciate that.
Yeah.
Always,
Like, and then I believe Ricky will probably remember this story if me and him and you ever do like a podcast,
bro.
like
We
me
need to
and
do that. I
like
talked to Ricky about it because that was honestly a good idea when you popped in my stream and said that. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Like the best part about it is like ninth grade, me and Ricky had the same gym class. First period,
Mm-hmm.
I did nothing. I every day I showed up late and did nothing.
And you passed though, didn't you?
What?
Did you pass?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Dude, hell yeah, that's all that matters.
But like at one point there was a couple of times where me and Seth almost got into a fist fight because
Yeah.
he like I don't know what it was, but it was easier to annoy me during that time. And I don't like he would just constantly get in my face and say something to me, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just so over it because one, I have like social anxiety. I don't
Yeah.
like it when people get in my face and like doesn't matter if they're like talking to me like kindly or not. Like if you're in my face, I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's
And like
completely
there was a couple
justified.
of times where he got in my face and started yelling at me for something and spit in my face, and I just got so mad that I actually almost decked him in the mouth because it just was so infuriating.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like at that time, like again, you said it was like ninth grade, like we're like we're just like actually becoming like teenagers, and like people are like our assholes like that kind of back then. Like Seth, I don't know how you feel about
Right.
him now, but I'm still pretty close with him. But trust me, we've had our fair share of differences.
Honestly, I don't know if you remember this kid, but there was a in middle school and leading into high school, there's this kid. I believe his name was Joe or something. He was the black kid that always ran for school president.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say his last name, but I know him. Yeah.
Yeah. He one time in middle school tried to paint me as a racist so quickly, and it was over the dumbest thing ever. He wanted to be like student president, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was going to use me to like try to get that by painting me as a bad guy because I said one person, by the way, one person didn't
Mm-hmm.
deserve Christmas because they got into a lot of fights.
Yeah.
And that got turned into me saying like a whole bunch of shit about a group of people that wasn't said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That.
And like so many people during that time was coming after me that in class, like I kid you not, this happened in the middle of class. I snapped because
Mm-hmm.
somebody got in my face and just started yelling at me about it.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to prove that I didn't say that. Like I wasn't being that guy. Like I was trying to
Exactly.
prove myself that I was innocent.
Yeah.
And people were just like calling me different things that I wasn't doing. Like they were telling me that I was this and I was that. I'm like, I didn't do it though.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So one day
I've heard some.
I just snapped. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing left. Like that quiet Jeremy that was a majority of like middle school, like how I would only talk in our little group.
Yeah.
After that, no words. Like that Jeremy went out the window and I was just an angry monster just in the middle of class just losing his mind because I was so tired of it. Like it was an
Yeah.
everyday thing that I just got so sick of it.
Yeah.
I
No,
couldn't take it
that's
anymore.
no, that's completely fair. Everyone has their limits, especially when the person, didn't do anything wrong like you. And I mean, that doesn't surprise me because I've heard some other stories about him from some peers. So trust me, that
And
does
then,
not shock me.
and then once I was proved to be innocent of it, he tried to shove me down the staircase.
Really?
Yeah, because he was mad that he was proven to be the liar and lost his position as the student president because I was telling the truth and he was caught in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So he ended up trying to
Jesus.
shove me down the stairs to actually try to hurt me, and it didn't work because you know how at that time, like I was always so headstrong and like it took a lot to actually knock me down.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to shoulder check me down the stairs. And instead of me moving, I just kind of stood there. He hit, and then he tripped. He
Yeah.
tripped himself trying to get me, and I was just like, okay. And
Oh,
then I
well
told the teacher
deserved.
he was in trouble, and then it was just a thing. Like he was constantly targeting me,
Mm-hmm.
and it was annoying after a minute.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. Yeah. I mean,
Like, yeah, ninth grade, me and Seth had our problems, but like I didn't hate him. I just hated certain actions that he was doing, like getting in my face or pushing me. Like I hated that because
yeah.
I don't like if you were to like just put your hand on my shoulder, I'd be cool with that because I've known you for a long time. But like me and him weren't ever that close to where I would allow him to just touch me. So when he shoved me, that upset me a little bit.
Yeah, no, no, not completely justified, but he's definitely changed
And I
as a
don't think I'd
person.
have much problems with him now. Just my one rule is like if you're a mutual friend, let me get to know you before you start putting your hands on me because I'm gonna take that as a sign of you're trying to start something with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dawson, do you remember him?
Yes, I
he kept like
do.
he really tried to get me to beat him up one time. Remember that?
I don't. A lot of my memories from those days are pretty fuzzy.
So okay, there was this time in middle school. It was about to be your birthday, and it was like a week before your birthday, before
Mm-hmm.
you were about to go on vacation with your family, right? We
Mm-hmm.
were all outside. We were talking about what we were wanting to play, that zombie tag thing, where if you get tagged, you become like the zombie type thing, or the four
Yeah.
square. Like we were talking about which one we would want to play. I said I have more fun playing the zombie tag, and then Dawson was just trying to like get everybody to do the four squares,
Mm.
and like
Oh, like
me,
very vaguely. I'm
me,
starting to
you,
come
and
back.
Ricky wanted to do the zombie tag because we had more fun doing that, and it wasn't just a constant we're just getting out and then having to sit on the side.
Mm. True, true,
So like
true.
then he tried to like he was kind of being forceful with it, like against me, like he kind of shoulder checked me every now and then, and it just I really wanted to fight him for a majority of like since meeting him in elementary to middle school. I just really wanted to punch him in the face. Like
Yeah.
eventually I just let it go because I'm like whatever, he's gonna fuck with somebody and they're gonna get him and then he's gonna cry about
Well,
it.
yeah, but luckily nothing like actually like for real like happened though, you know.
Yeah, there was a time me and one of our in middle school, me and I'm not gonna name him just in case, but he was starts with an M and ends with an X.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was one time he was getting mad at me for something, and I like we just got done talking to you in the hallway, and we were walking up the stairs, and he tried to push me down them, like he actually tried to like throw me over the
Oh.
rail,
Mm-hmm.
and I started pulling him with me because I didn't like if I was going over it, he was going with me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So like he started doing that. Me and him kind of like we just stayed away from each other for a minute. Then you asked me what was happening. I told you, and then me and him kind of started getting like back to the whole like friend part, but we were like kind of iffy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know if we were gonna fight each other anymore.
Bro, why are people trying to fight you all the time back then?
I
Why
don't
were
know. Like
I? I mean,
I think me and Seth, as far as that goes, it was just egos clashing.
yeah, no, for sure. But like meaning like obviously since we haven't been best friends since like fourth grade, right? Naturally, like we've had fights, but we've never gotten close to even being physical. Like we've always been verbal, you know, when it comes to our
Yeah, we've
fights.
had arguments and we just let it sit for a couple days, relax, and we
Yeah,
go talk it out and then become friends again. And
I'm
then that's as far as it
yeah,
goes.
I'm surprised like how well like we handled it back then. For just being like super like immaturely middle schoolers and grade schoolers.
Yeah.
Like we we, we were good about it, and that's why we're still so close today. Because we've or you're
Yeah.
like we're not like complete assholes to each other. We're like we're I'd like to think that we're both of us are rational people. I mean you
Yeah.
are for sure. So like
There was a couple times me and Keegan almost got into a fight. I don't know if you remember him, tall blonde
oh
dude.
I how could I forget?
Dude, there was a couple times. Remember that time in high school when we were on the crosswalk and he we almost fought?
I remember the story. Yeah,
Dude, me and Keegan hated each other. It didn't
bro.
matter how old we got or like what like school, whether it be middle to high school, like we just hated each other.
Yeah.
Like it was always a thing. Like if we passed by each other in the hallway, it was always glares and like just getting ready to fight.
Yeah, you've had so many like rivalries. It's crazy.
Some of them, like I will say, the longest one is Keegan by far.
Yeah.
Me and him passed each other by in Walmart the other day.
No
Oh my
way.
god, about to fight each other because we no sooner did we lock eyes,
Like
it
for
was about
real?
to. Yeah,
Only like a couple of days ago.
yeah. No sooner did me and him lock eyes, we both stopped, stood in front of each other, looked at each other. Like I thought we
No
were gonna
words.
fight. No words. It just was staring. Like it was about to turn into a fist fight. Just one little movement and it was about to be a fight in the middle of Walmart.
Bro, y'all gotta talk. I'm telling you, you guys gotta sit down and figure this out. I mean, not that you could care enough to, but like, I'm just saying, man. It's like, I just want to figure out where all this has rooted from. I mean, I know how it rooted in some ways, but I don't know. I just feel like it's
Originally, me and him started beefing because in middle school I had a crush on a girl named Kayla, and
mm-hmm,
then I kind of got her to break up with him, but not because she was gonna date me, but because of a whole different reason. But I was the one that kind of set it off,
mm-hmm,
and he ended up hating me for that. So then he kind of started fucking with me after that, like every time.
mm-hmm.
And after that, when my sister got into middle school, he called her fat and ugly. That
Cannot
immediately
stand
just
for that.
amplified the already intense hatred that I had for her.
Yeah, yeah, no, you cannot be you cannot stand for that. No way.
So then, and then I kind of just let it die down a little bit. Like I just left it alone. And then we got to high school. Everything was fine. I didn't see him a lot. Like I thought it was all good. And then one time, he told one of my friends to go kill themselves.
Come on.
So that once again just amplified it.
Yeah. Fuck that, dude. What an
So like,
asshole.
for me, there was quite a bit that he did to me to get me to where I just want to fight him. Like otherwise, I was gonna leave it alone, just forget about it, and then he just kept doing things to just amplify it.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe there isn't room for reconciliation, but that's probably for the best. You should probably just never talk to each other again. Hopefully
Yeah.
never see each other again.
Like I don't think I'd have a problem with Seth. I've never really had a problem except for in like ninth grade when he got in my face and was spitting in my face and pushing me around. Like that's the only time I actually had problems with him.
Yeah.
And that was chill. Like I had no problems with him.
Yeah, yeah, and again, like he's most certainly he's matured a lot. I can say after still being friends with him. So I mean, I think if you guys ever did talk, there wouldn't be any issue, you know. Especially
Me
since you don't have any kind of you don't have any kind of like deep rivalry.
No, I don't have a deep rivalry with him, nor do I hold a grudge against him. Like it's in the past. It happened in ninth grade. We didn't ever talk or see each other after that. So I'm cool with it. I don't really care about it anymore. It happened in the past. It's done.
Yeah,
As
for
far as
sure.
I'm concerned, whatever beef we had, it's done.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. I don't know. Maybe if we ever do the podcast Ricky, I could get Seth in to make a cameo real quick, just to settle it on podcast, you know, on video, just to have
Bury the hatchet.
just to have that, yeah. No, but yeah, man, it's been a wild ride all these years.
Yeah.
We're still here since fourth grade. It's now 2021. I don't know
Wow.
how old we were in fourth grade. Um,
Um,
like 10, 11. I don't know the ages, but
I do
regardless,
know that you were pretty young.
yeah, yeah. But here we are. Wait. Let me think. So going into high school, I was like, 15, and, it's like 11 or 12 or something like that. I
Yeah.
think 12. 12, yeah, something like that. But regardless, here we are. We're both 19 years old now, 19 years of
About to
age.
be 20. In one more year, we'll both be 20.
Yeah, bro, less than a year. Like it's already halfway through April. It's about to be May
Yeah.
soon, and then before we know it, boom, We're 20. One more year after that, then we can finally legally buy weed, which is all I care about. To turn 21, I don't care about alcohol, bro. I just want to buy weed legally when I'm 21. Like, I'm gonna just be real. But hey, look at us out here, still
We've
doing a
been
podcast at this very moment.
we've known each other for a long time, and we do have a lot of good memories. Like that one time for your birthday, I came over, brought you like a gift. I didn't know what you wanted, so I just brought you like an Xbox gift card
Bro,
because I
more
didn't.
than good enough. I would never, I never expected gifts from friends. So when one did pull up, I'm like, oh shit.
Then we played Halo Reach, and that was my first
Woo.
time playing Halo Reach at
The
all.
days that
Or
was
in
fun,
Halo
wasn't it?
Reach. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the times that I stayed over and we had like that sleepover, like we just played Halo Reach for a while, and then we went to your basement and watched
Bro,
Naruto.
we used to stay up till like 3, 4 a.m. doing that.
Yeah, no, like it
Then we
was
get
fun. Like,
up. Yeah,
we got
I would have my dad get donuts for us.
like
Uh,
we definitely have to do that again once this whole COVID thing goes away.
dude, I'm gonna try and get that back, that vaccination pretty soon. So hell yeah, that'll be so cool. No, it's been a long time, but here we are. Well, tell me. You said that you had some topics you wanted to get into. My live stream the other day. Do you want to
Oh
start with
yeah,
anything, or
yeah.
talk about whatever
I
you
was
want?
gonna
I'll talk about
tell
literally anything, dog. I mean, we can talk about tangents about. We can go on tangents about literally anything. So it's your call.
you. I was gonna maybe we could start it off like how me and my girlfriend met. Basically,
Oh
how we started dating again.
yeah,
If that if that's cool.
dude, it's I mean, you're the guest, man. Talk about whatever you want. Tell me what's going on in your life. What's making you happy and everything.
So originally, like me and my girlfriend, my current girlfriend, we met in like 2016, 2017. I'd like to say 2017 more because that's when, that whole thing with my aunt happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so we met there, we dated for a little bit. Me and her had a falling out, and then a couple years later, like last year, actually, like October of last year,
Mm-hmm.
I texted her just randomly,
See how
didn't know
she's
if she
doing.
wanted because we left on bad terms.
Mm-hmm.
She texted back. We talked a little bit about like how each other was doing. She told me a couple things, private things that I'm not gonna say on podcast because they're
Yeah.
not great things.
Yeah. Of course.
But so she told me about a couple of things. A couple of days later, we started dating, and now here we are, like 6 or 7 months later.
7 months. Well, here's something I do want to ask you about that. How? Okay, so what have been your issues with long distance dating? Because she lives in the. Do you want to say? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, the UK.
Yeah. So
Not
yeah,
gonna say where in the UK, but
yeah,
the UK.
and we live in the United States, both of us, obviously. So I just want to ask you about because I mean I've never long distance dated. I've never really known anyone close to me who has. So I need so give me the yeah. So pretty much which would have been like the struggles with it, and how have you two overcame those struggles?
One of the struggles is the fact that like from US into the UK, it's like a 5 hour difference. The
Oh
UK is ahead of
yeah,
us
yeah. They're ahead, man.
by 5 hours. So like for me right now, it's probably like it's 9:39 for us, right?
Yep.
So 5 hours ahead is probably like pretty close to midnight, if already past midnight.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2 a.m. I think I'm not gonna do
Right.
the math right now.
So timing, like time wise, it's a thing, but like me and her, we didn't really care about that. Like how we overcame that is we just kind of like should stay up until her 7 a.m. and then I would
Yeah.
go to bed at 3 a.m. for me.
So you both just kind of like compromise and adjust to each other's
Yep.
schedule a little bit. Yeah, good way to do it. 5 hours isn't
So
that bad, really.
and like there was times where like she would like, hey, can you stay and call and wake me up at this time because I got a hospital appointment. I'm like, yeah. So then I'll stay up like till like 7, 8 in the morning for me just so I can get her up on time to go to her appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I've done a lot by now. Like in the 7 months, I've done it quite a bit, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind it by any means. I actually don't mind it.
Yeah.
Um, there's
That's
been a
good.
couple times where like, by the way, this is how our relationship goes, right? So, there's been a couple times where she was struggling financially and couldn't get like female necessities or just couldn't get like
Yeah.
travel fare to her university.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent her money because I at the like every like for 2 months I took like a whole bunch of money out of my social security and
Mm-hmm.
gave it to her and then used
Hey.
whatever I had left to pay the bills, get food, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that way she can get what she needed and could get to and from college, like university.
Yeah. What's she's studying over there?
She's doing music.
Oh, like what specific is she learning about like production, like actually like making it? What's
She's
like
actually making. So remember that one thing I sent you on WhatsApp? That thing that I said my girlfriend made
Yeah.
that you said you liked, but
Yeah,
it
I remember
needed like
that.
lyrics or something? That's what she made. She made that.
Oh, so she wants to be a producer?
Yeah, she wants to make her own music and like do all
Like
that stuff.
and sing too?
Yeah, just
Oh,
as
cool.
of right now, she's like not doing the singing part because she's afraid of it.
Yeah, fair enough. I would be too, bro.
And like one of her fears, I'm not gonna get too in depth into it, is
Mm-hmm.
like one thing she fears is getting famous off of her music because you got those crazy
Um,
fans. Like she
so
told me that she's afraid of like a John Lennon thing. You know how one of his fans just walked up and shot him in the head?
yeah. So
She's
she
afraid of that.
like she doesn't want to be famous.
Right. She wants to make
There are
music
ways
because
around
the
that. There are ways you can
passion.
hide your face,
Yeah,
and have like the general public not know who you are.
yeah.
I suppose.
Like she loves it and that's like her passion and I support it all the way. But like
Mm-hmm.
that's her biggest fear in it is that happening or like something bad happening because like you know
No,
how it
that's
goes like
fair.
famous people
They
like
get
they'll get a
they get yeah they get crazy weird stalkers sometimes.
yeah like the like a famous singer will get like a boyfriend or girlfriend depending on who they are, like if they're like gay or something they'll
Mm-hmm.
get like
They got a
she's
partner.
afraid that her fans will come after me if they know that me and her are like together, like all
Yeah,
that stuff.
one of those
I'm not
situations.
really worried about that because I could care less. It's like I don't
Yeah.
care if the general public knows. Like if I'm dating her, I'm dating her. Like that's not gonna change just because she's famous. I really don't care about.
Yeah. It's funny. I get yeah, because I mean, I, I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I was just I just had a complete random
Mhm.
thought. I'm like, the fact that people are famous is like a weird concept. Like, no human is
Yeah.
meant to be famous. That is so like psychologically like damaging. Like for most people, especially people who are
Yeah.
like, like you think about those like Disney Channel stars. Who have been stars since they were like kids. Like that's so damaging.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's just
most
not
of them
right.
nowadays do drugs and are like in a bad way because of it.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on them.
Yeah, like Demi Lovato, she was big on Disney Channel, and she ended up having like a really bad like heroin problem. It's like
Yeah.
this
He
shit
ended up
really
overdosing.
affects people.
It's like it's damaging. Like it really is damaging.
Yeah, and like there's a difference between like being like a semi popular like content creator or streamer. Like that's fine. Like
Right.
that's like a moderate amount. Like that's not. But when you get into like acting and again like music stuff, like you
Right.
can get way bigger and like everyone can know who you are if you're if it happens, and that can come with just a lot of bad things. Like, it can bring on like a
Right.
lot of bad things like yourself and from other people, like stalkers or um you know just
And
people like that.
I'm pretty sure you gathered this from me telling you a little bit about my girlfriend when I joined your stream and like told you that I was learning like Arabic.
Oh
She's
yeah.
she's from Pakistan.
Oh, so like she wasn't born in the UK.
She was born in the UK, but she's
Oh.
more Actually, no, she was born in Pakistan, and
Okay.
she moved to UK. But like, the reason I'm learning it is for her, really.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Yeah.
Well, like in Pakistan, she's royalty. Like her family is like royalty in Pakistan.
Mm.
And when she told me that, I just didn't care. Like I care because it's her, but like I just wasn't gonna be in the relationship because of that reason. And I even told her that, like, I'm not with you because you're like because you're this or that. I'm with
For
you because I
sure.
genuinely love you. Like that's just how I work. Like I'm not. I don't care if she's a princess or not. I'm gonna be real. I really don't. It's
Yeah.
not what it's about for me.
It's who she is as a person.
Right.
You know, regardless of the fact. Oh shit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Can you speak any? Like right now? Like, do you know anything?
So far she's only taught me like a prayer, but I
Mm-hmm.
can recite for you if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. Come on. Go. Let's see it.
So what she taught me is this: Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Hey, that sounded good. I wouldn't know because I don't speak it, but like that sounds good.
Yes. She taught me another thing, but I kind of forgot it, like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was the opposite of that, which the what I just said is a prayer to Allah, basically.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
So it's basically like how it should go is like like they say it when they wake up, so that way nothing bad happens during their day. So it's
Okay.
like you see it before anything bad happens. That way it
Yeah.
just don't happen, and you're protected.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's how it's supposed to work.
That's cool. Yeah. Nah, that's actually awesome though. You're learning, man.
Yeah,
Learning.
she taught me that like on her own too.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So she's fluent in English and her
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Dope. For
she's
learning
more. I'm not
language.
gonna lie. She kind of sounds more British than anything.
Yeah.
Like she still can
She grew up
speak
there.
her native like language, but she speaks more in English, like to me, knowing that I don't know it all, and I probably won't speak it like all the time.
Yeah. Well, like, do you guys plan on like I don't know how serious is it, but like, did you guys plan on like eventually maybe like living together at some point?
Yes.
Oh well, if you do that, you'll probably like naturally pick all that up. You know,
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
Like so when we talked about it, we talked about like doing it like in bursts. So like I would visit and then come back, and she would visit America to come see me, and like
Yeah.
that's how we do it for a
Oh yeah,
while
for sure.
until like because one, I'd need to get a visa to live there. I'd need to get a citizenship.
Yeah, moving's a
Like,
tough
not
process.
too. So, like, for the time being, we talked about just like kind of bouncing back and forth for a while, and then like then maybe living together in like the UK, so she can still get her treatment for her
Okay.
illness, and, like all that.
Yeah.
So that's why that day when I asked you if like you could take care of my house and I'd send you money to like pay for the bills and taxes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lose it, and that way, if I came back, I still had a place.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you plan on moving there?
Yes.
So
So she could get
so
treatment for illness, and she
okay.
doesn't have to go overseas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So she has no plans on moving here ever, pretty much.
No, not
Okay.
really. I mean, she did say she
That's fair.
might if like things align, like if she gets cured or like it's her illness isn't as bad. She said she would move here and live with me, but like for the
Yeah.
time because of her illness, and she wants to make sure that she's close to a good hospital there and that she can make sure that her family's going to be okay. She wants me to move there, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Wait. But also, like they have like free healthcare over there, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, and we don't hear, so that also make it like really tough. Also, I feel
Yeah.
like that's also definitely an issue. God, man,
So,
why can't we just have free healthcare? UK has it. Come on. Yeah.
earlier today I was making like I was talking about it because like one of my friends, I don't like they're constantly like bitching about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, about the new Captain America and how he's killing basically, and I'm just like, dude, just shut up.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, Steve Rogers would never kill him. Like, but he has.
Yeah, and
Well,
also this isn't Steve Rogers anymore, so
right. It's not. And then he was like constantly like he was using excuses that just made no sense. Like he was like, I don't know, can I swear on stream
of
on this
course, dude,
podcast?
of course, say anything
So he was
except
like,
racial slurs,
it's
but
Steve
you wouldn't,
Rogers. He has American ass. Like, and I'm like, dude, what? How does that excuse you from murdering people? What?
bro. Yeah, I mean, at
And then I
that
hit
point,
him with,
that's not a valid excuse. Yeah, I don't know.
and I'm like, murder is murder, no matter who you are. I'm like, that's just like that excuse is just as bad as me saying Batman is able to kill because he's in Gotham City and he's Batman. Like,
Yeah,
it's just as dumb. Like,
bro. Well, let's not talk about the fact that sure, Batman doesn't always kill. I mean, he's killed in certain storylines and
he has
universes,
killed him
whatever.
in certain times.
But the general consensus is that he doesn't. But like even if he doesn't, you see how brutal he is with people. That like he will like give them like traumatic brain
Right.
injuries,
In the
traumatic
words,
arm breakings. He
in the
doesn't
words,
care.
in the words of Robin in Injustice 2, so it's fine for you to give people concussions, but we can't kill them.
Yeah, like he pretty much disables people and messes up like their life for so long. But it's like oh they're not dead, so it's
especially
okay.
especially in the Arkham games.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if
dude.
think about it, like if you like are fighting on a roof and you knock somebody off, just that little thing that catches their legs and slams them against the wall. Think of the G-force that one as you're falling. Once it
Yeah,
catches you, that sudden stop is gonna whiplash your neck.
yeah, and dude
And
like
then the speed of the wall might crush your spine if you're out of luck.
yeah, and and
Yeah,
also like when he hangs people like from gargoyles, like they're upside down, like they're gonna die from that eventually. They're gonna pass out. They're not gonna get blood flow, and they're just gonna die. So
especially since they're stuck up there unless one of their goon friends shoot it down or you cut it down, but nobody does that.
yeah, and even if you do, they're falling like 10, 20 feet straight into their head, slamming into the ground
Right.
because like
Like
they fall head first. Like that's sure they might not die, but again, they're gonna have some kind of really bad brain injury.
what makes me funny is like things that should kill people in there. It's like, no, they're just unconscious. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
they're clearly dead.
No, they're definitely dead. Batman, he threw like 50 metal batarangs into his head, broke all of his bones. Like he's not dead. Oh, but no,
Yeah.
the game just says he's unconscious, so he'll definitely come back.
Throw a
It's
goon off
cool.
a roof and whip just the sudden stop and whiplash onto the neck and then slamming his spine into a concrete wall. That's not gonna.
Jesus, man.
He's unconscious, man. He's not dead.
Nah, definitely not.
Like
You love it
totally
though.
dead. Like has no function whatsoever. If his
Mm-mm.
neck is broke from the G-force, like I find it funny what kills people and what doesn't kill people.
Yeah, that's the Arkham universe, man. It's
Same with
complicated.
Spider-Man. If you think about it, the Spider-Man games, some things should kill people, but
Most
it just
definitely.
doesn't. They're just unconscious.
Yeah. Did you ever play Miles Morales?
I did. I beat
Dude,
it.
isn't that shit amazing? Wasn't that
I
game
love it.
fucking incredible? That shit was
I
so good.
I didn't want to beat it in a day because I wanted to make it last longer. I
Hmm.
beat it the same day I got it.
Dude, I can't blame you. I somehow managed to pace myself out a little bit, but yeah, I don't blame you one bit. Did you prefer which one did you prefer the original PS4 game or do you like the Miles one better?
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the Miles web slinging. Like in the words of the trailer, the exaggerated swagger of a black
Black
teen
Teen.
favorite part. Just the fact that you can lay sideways with your hand on your head while
Mhm.
web slinging as like a trick
Yeah,
is
that's
just the
cool.
coolest thing.
Yeah, see, like
I love it.
yeah, my thing is so before Miles Morales, I played through the PS4 game like a few times already
Yeah,
because it's so good. You know, the original, it's
yeah,
so good, dude. Um,
it's really good.
yeah, and then like when I beat Miles Morales for the first time after I was like I was like oh dude I definitely like I decided that I liked Miles Morales better after beating it, but I replayed the original game again, like after being Miles, the other month, and I'm gonna have to do some thinking because I do currently still have Miles as my favorite, but again, I'll have to play through Miles again because came out every playthrough of the original game. It's for me.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's not as fresh, but like it's still fresh enough. Like it still has good replay value
yeah.
with like the suits. You can replay with different suits. New game plus with like the DLC. It's just
One, two, I do wish they added in the original Spider-Man, the PS4 one, is the black symbiote version of the Sam Raimi suit. I love that suit.
I know. I they'll probably do it for the sequel because I mean, using the post credit scenes for
Yeah.
so yeah, so so Spider-Man 2 for PS5, that's definitely gonna be a Venom game, and
Hmm.
that's gonna be sick. Ooh, bro, Spider-Man 2 is gonna be so good.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most
Oh, I
definitely.
cannot wait for that shit. I hope we get it like next year or 2020. I don't know how long they're gonna take since Miles Morales hasn't been out that long yet.
My favorite part about the trailer is just the exaggerated swagger
You're
of
of
a
a
black
black teen,
teenager.
bro. That was some like IGN reviewer, wasn't it, or something
How,
like
yeah,
that?
like, how did that go by everybody?
I mean like he's not saying it with like bad intentions, but it's just like it's just kind of it's just a little
Really,
cringeworthy coming from him.
from a white guy.
Yeah, just from this white guy, this black teen, so swagger. Uh,
Like,
I must say though,
especially in this climate, that's the last thing you'd expect
yeah,
from like IGN, but they just went for it.
yeah. Like again, like, he didn't mean it in like a bad way, but still, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, dude, really. It was a funny
just
meme though.
the calmness, the actual no fear behind it. Like he wasn't worried at all if they were gonna be
Mm-hmm.
black. He just went for it.
Yeah. But you know what that reminds me of, dude? Not that specific, just like Miles Morales in general.
Hmm.
We need a live action MCU Miles Morales movie. We
Yeah,
need that. Like I mean,
we do.
especially since like after they do No Way Home, the next Spider-Man movie, Tom Holland. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if they'll make more, but typically MCU movies are done in trilogies. Typically, I mean, they're only
What makes it so like I hear a lot of people talking about that movie, The No Way Home, and they're talking about how Andrew Garfield
and Tobey
and Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire.
Yeah, that's
And
not
I,
official, but
I
it's likely.
I hope it is because that would be like the coolest thing
Oh,
ever.
Doobie
You have
too.
these different Spider-Men. You have the Tom
It'll be
Holland one,
so
you have the
good.
same Raimi. Like it would be cool.
Dare I say, Andrew Garfield massively underrated and overhated. I thought he was a really good Spider. I loved those movies. I
His
will.
Peter Parker though, it was more jockish.
Yeah,
Really, it was.
it was a little cringe, but I thought it was okay. I mean, it was still like nerdy. It was like
Yeah.
a slightly different take, which I'm okay with. But I agree with you all the way.
It was like a slight, like a nerdy slash jockey type of Peter Parker, and I was just kind of like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but like he gets too much hate. I mean, his Spider-Man
Yeah,
alone is really like the suit is pretty underrated, especially the one and two. Oh, the first one was cool with like the yellow eyes. I thought that was done. I
yeah.
thought that was done well.
Like some people think that Tobey Maguire was a better Peter Parker than a Spider-Man. Honestly, I thought him as Peter Parker and Spider-Man was good.
Dude, yeah, Tobey Maguire's. I can we agree that Tobey Maguire's is the best in our opinion?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. Okay, yep. Okay. I
Don't
mean,
get me wrong, I love Tom
oh
Holland as
yeah, of
Spider-Man, but
course, of
Tobey
course.
Maguire is definitely
I mean, sure, some of it might be like nostalgia, like like kids who are growing up on these Tom Holland movies, they're probably gonna like him more when they're older, which is understandable. It's really based on
right.
who you grew up on. Let's be real, and
I
we
mean, like
like Tobey Maguire more.
like the first the don't get me wrong, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie was great, but when they started doing like Sandman and like Venom, it kind of was like ah,
Hey,
they were
bro,
still good
I
in
have
my
a hot
opinion.
take. I have a
It
hot
felt
take.
weird.
Three is my favorite out of the original three, with Venom and
Yeah.
Sandman and who else was a villain? Oh yeah, Harry. Um,
I don't know why I just love William Dafoe's Green
he's
Goblin.
fucking. It's so good. It's so good.
Dude. Like, if you're gonna cast a Green Goblin, make it William
Oh
Dafoe
my
in
god.
any future Spider-Man movie. Like, he was a great Green Goblin. Like,
Perfect. Perfect.
like he was the best.
And
Like,
let's hope he's in No Way Home because remember, Jamie Foxx's Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2, he's confirmed to be Electro in this new one. So that
like my
definitely opens the
favorite
idea.
line, my favorite line from William Dafoe's Green Goblin is, "We can take over the city, Spider-Man."
I love that voice too. Wait. We can take. I'm not gonna try to do.
"We can take over the city, Spider-Man."
Yeah. It's just like that,
Like, I loved William Dafoe's Green Goblin, especially when he pretended to be that woman in that burning building and then just ripped off the
bro.
wig and it was
That
Green
scene
Goblin.
scared me as a kid. Let me do that scene. Oh my god.
Like, it was just amazing how well he was as a Green Goblin, and I
Mm-hmm.
love William Dafoe's Green Goblin. Like, it's just the best. And I
100%.
like the new Venom. Not gonna lie, I like the Venom movie was good. I like that
It was
one.
really good. The second one's coming out this year, actually.
Yeah.
Let There Be Carnage. Ooh, bro.
Can't wait to see what they do with Carnage. Like, is it gonna be like the whole actual like Cletus Cassidy like backstory and everything, or is it gonna be like completely different? Like,
Hmm.
that's what I want to know.
I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna have the same backstory. I don't know how much of him they're gonna how much
Uh,
of his backstory they're gonna show.
Spider-Man, when we had to
Oh.
fight Carnage, remember the bio forum? How they went
Mm.
deep in like his backstory, like from when he was a kid and killing his puppy with a nail gun to like forward in time to now he's insane.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I love that type of like storytelling, like where they actually go full deep into the backstory.
Yes, sir. I mean,
Like
but
Red Dead Redemption, you gotta admit, it's really good with its storytelling.
it's
Like,
very good with his storytelling. Rockstar is good with that.
mhm.
Even like in GTA too. Amazing,
Even with their
amazing
little
storytelling.
Easter eggs. Remember the Easter eggs I showed you? The green mask from Undead
Yep. On
Nightmare,
Dead
the
Nightmare.
Strange Man.
Of
Like,
course,
it's amazing.
bro. Their detailed games is just phenomenal. I mean, like, I know
Yeah,
everyday people are like, oh, where's GTA 6? Where's GTA 6? It's like, look, I want as much as the next person, but dude, they need to make sure this game is a masterpiece. Because
right.
like
Like,
they're aiming, I think the goal is to make GTA 6 better than GTA 5, and that's a
right.
pretty tall feat. GTA 5 is one of the best games ever, in my opinion. It's
And
the fact that it's still alive, like 8 years after
yeah,
it came out. It's a really quality game. It holds up
the
still.
saddest thing for me though is like Red Dead Redemption 2 has been out for 3, 4 years now, from 2018 till now.
Mm-hmm.
And like it could have been something more amazing if they didn't spend more time on GTA 5. Because think about it, GTA 5 started on PS3, then it got brought to the PS4, and now it's brought to the 5.
Yeah.
So it's moved 3 consoles up when they could have just kept it on PS4, made 6, put it on 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then on Red Dead 2. Because not gonna lie, a lot of people love Red Dead 2, and it's pretty like when I was playing it, you like in my stream, like don't get me wrong, I enjoy it sometimes, but it gets stale because like
No,
once
it
you
does
do
after a
everything,
while.
complete all the story, like for your online character and
Agreed
everything,
completely.
it's stale.
That's why at that point you start like a new playthrough and do everything again.
Right. Like I don't know if you saw all my saves from like literally 2018 to now, like to the new one I created in the stream to like try to play
Oh
through the
yeah,
story or
I
like
saw that.
through the tutorial. But like I love the story mode on it because it gives me a lot of backstory that you didn't get in Red Dead Redemption 1. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed, and personally to me, I find it like, I don't know if he was there when I was showing you like the sky at night when all those stars were out
Yeah,
and
I
the
saw that.
sky was all lit up. Like, I find that absolutely beautiful and stunning that the game has that much detail compared to GTA 5.
Yeah. I mean, oh,
Like, I love
story
GTA.
wise,
Don't
yeah. No. I'm trying to think if I would put Red Dead 2 above 5. I think I do, mostly because like I do like the story in 5, but Red Dead 2 story is just it's just better. It's just better, plain and simple.
I don't know what
My
it is,
opinion.
but both Red Dead Redemption endings made me cry. Like Arthur Morgan's ending and like John's ending. You know John's ending. I'm not gonna spoil
Oh, of
Arthur
course.
Morgan's ending.
Oh no, I've beaten the game. I beat it a long
Oh,
time
okay.
ago.
Like I've cried at both of them because it gets you attached to that character. And then at
Mm-hmm.
the end, it's like it's a cycle of like first you start off like in this one, Arthur starts off as a bad guy. And then over time he slowly like as his tuberculosis like gets worse, he starts redeeming himself, helping those that need helping while Dutch is going crazy, like insane. I
Yeah.
love the storytelling of that, like how a man goes from being a bad guy to his redemption into his death, leading into like if you choose to go with John, like you could save him and make your final stand against like the federal agents and stuff, and then Micah, and like I find it more like I love the good ending for Arthur better than the bad ending.
Yeah.
I feel like the good ending fits Arthur more.
I agree. I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I got the bad ending because I just like killing people and causing chaos. So like I had to look at I had to look up like the like the other ending on YouTube. It's like, all right, I need to see what happens. I mean, it's not much. He dies either way, but like yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. He does
but
fit
like
his character better.
one like I love doing the ending where you go with John because then he dies on the mountain, like looking at the rising sun as he
Yeah.
dies. I just thought that was so beautiful how they worked that. Like he redeemed himself by saving John and his family, so then John, Abigail, and Jack could live on and
Mm-hmm.
survive and get out of that life of crime. And then like Red Dead Redemption happens, and then John just gets everything taken away,
Poor
and then
guy.
he redeems himself by killing his gang, and then he gets killed by Edgar Ross, which that was such a plot twist.
Yeah.
And have
Big
you
time.
realized in both games, redemption of one character, revenge for another?
I was
John gets killed,
just gonna
Jack
say
kills
that.
Edgar.
I swear to God, I was just
When
gonna
John
point that
got
out.
killed, Jack got revenge by killing Edgar Ross.
Yes, I
In
love
Red
that
Dead
part.
2, Arthur dies by Micah, and then John kills Micah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a common redemption leading to revenge in both games.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And I
Fits.
love that. Like I love the epilogue to Red Dead 2, like where
It's
you
full
actually
circle.
see John
Yeah.
doing his like
It was
I
amazing for the story.
like especially like I don't know if he was there, but I explained like the whole Blackwater thing and that tugboat that was on that dock by
Yeah.
that uh by Blackwater that we used to go hang out at a
Yeah. Yeah.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I love the backstory. Like I always thought it was because of Red Harlow. Like that was the boat where Red Harlow and that pig guy with the dynamite all over him fought. You probably don't know that because you haven't played Revolver. One of these
No.
days we got to play Revolver together.
Hey, no, 100%, 100%.
Like even if I have to bring my PlayStation over and we could play it.
Yeah, yeah, no, because for the long time, I don't know, it was like canon. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Revolver is still canon because in both Red Dead Redemption games, Red Harlow is still talked about. But now, because the years have passed since Red Harlow's time, like he's more legend than actual. Like he's a legend more than a person now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's still theories, even in Red Dead 2, there's still theories that Uncle is Red Harlow,
Hmm.
especially in
Is there backing
the
to it?
line. Yeah, like in the I believe it's chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2. He calls himself. He says, they used to call me the One Shot Kid, which was Red Harlow's nickname, the One Shot Kid.
Uh, it's probably true then at that point. Like, I feel like that kind of says it all right there.
But the problem being is Uncle doesn't have the same burn mark that Red Harlow had, because Red Harlow, the start of his story, his parents get killed. He reaches into the fire that was set on his house. He grabs his dad's gun and shoots the guy that killed his parents. So
Mm-hmm.
he burnt his hand, which that's how like if you ever paid attention to when I was playing Red Harlow and like old Red Dead Redemption, he
Mm-hmm.
had that red bandage around his hand because he
Mm-hmm.
tore off his mother's like a part of his mother's shirt and used it to bandage his hand, and he always kept it on.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
Okay.
like after that, like his story begins. You go through hunting bounties and like trying to get revenge for your family. So Red Dead Revolver is literally the same thing as Redemption, just different because you're not redeeming yourself. You're just getting revenge.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Hundred
yeah, I'll
percent.
have to like if you want, I could bring my PlayStation over when I come over to your house one time, one of these days,
Yeah.
and we
We'll
can play.
figure it out. 100%. I'm down with that, bro. But like, what was I gonna say? Do you ever think, well, first of all, let me say this real quick. Undead Nightmare 2 should have happened, and it's a crime that it hasn't happened.
It
Um,
should.
have they confirmed that it isn't gonna happen for sure, or is it still maybe up in the air?
It's still up in the air. A lot of people are like wanting Red Dead Redemption 2 to have story content because we were promised that. When Red Dead 2 was originally like talked about, like it was confirmed to be like releasing soon, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll have story mode content, we'll have online content," but they never delivered on the story mode content.
Yeah,
And then like
that's
that
disappointing.
2 months that I was telling you that the game was broken,
Mm-hmm.
that came from when they did the one of the updates for Grand Theft Auto. The Red Dead servers got completely shut down. Like you
Oh,
could get
okay.
in, but you could only stay in the server for 2 seconds, and it got booted right out.
Jeez.
So like you could glitch it, but if you glitched it, you only got 10 to 20 minutes in the server.
Yeah. Okay.
And you couldn't do anything. You couldn't talk to strangers. You couldn't do missions. Like you were just, it was just free roam. Like that's it, just shooting whatever NPC you could find. And by the way, there was no animals, there was no NPCs. It was just lonely as hell. Like there was nothing.
Yeah, dude. How do you mess up that bad? Mean like that big of like a
And a
game
lot of
company?
players complained, and a lot of like GTA players called like Red Dead players clowns because they were staying in the game that they loved, but still complaining about it because they wanted something to change with it. Like they wanted it to be better.
Okay.
And I thought that was kind of dumb because like when GTA came out, it was a mess. It was a complete mess.
Yeah.
Like you would make a character, you get so far, and then they would take it all away, and you had to restart. And then they were like, "Okay, because this is happening a lot, we'll give out a free 500,000,000," and then it kept happening over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So then they had to compensate for all the things that were lost, all the things that were taken away, characters, levels. Like they had to compensate for it until it got it right finally. And I
Shouldn't have
thought that
taken
they
them
would
that
have
long.
But like on Red Dead, it took them 2 months to fix the game. 2 months. It would
Dude.
not take them that long to fix GTA game, like the servers, online servers. Like it would take them like not even a day.
Hmm.
Like a lot of Red Dead players were complaining about that because they're like, "Why is it taking 2 months? Why?"
Yeah, that's completely absurd. But hey, I mean it's
Like, don't get me wrong, I
devs.
love GTA, but I just prefer Red Dead more
No,
because I have
that's
more memories.
completely valid and understandable. Again, I'm with you, man. I think Red Dead 2 is better than 5. But obviously it would be like a long time before we got this. Like we're gonna get GTA 6 before we get this, if ever. Do you
Yeah.
think there's gonna be a Red Dead 3? Do you think the series can still continue? Because now they've explored you know I
I
mean
think it could, but they'd have to go farther back to when John left the group because in the beginning of the game, Arthur talks about how John left before for a year or two. So they could explore that, but
oh,
it,
so you think it'd be like another John Marston game?
yeah, like a John slash Arthur, they could do that again, or they could just like give you backstory and then just kind of like if they did right, they could do like a whole GTA 5 thing. You know how they let you choose between like Michael, Trevor,
Yeah.
Franklin. They could do that with like John or Arthur. Like you could choose who you wanted to be.
Fans would love that. Like I feel like that'd be like a really big fan service game, and
Yeah,
it could be done like it could be like a masterpiece, of course, since Red
right.
Dead Two is.
But the problem being they'd have to keep their promises, unlike with what they do with two, because they promised a whole bunch of story content. Like they even kind of teased Undead Nightmare 2, but they just never delivered.
Well, maybe we could try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're working on it, and there's been some sort of like big delay. Maybe there's like a COVID
Right.
delay, but it's still possible.
Hopefully they do story mode content. We could use it. Like it's
Mm,
been like since the game was out.
yeah, game's
Online
been
has
out.
been out for
Game's been out.
years.
Yeah,
It could use some fresh new stuff.
yeah, game's been out for years, man. They need to get on that for sure.
And like they're like spacing out, so like in between every role that's in the game, so like the bounty hunter all the way to the naturalist, they were spaced out 6 to 7 months apart.
Mm,
Eventually one role gets boring and then you do another one, but once you run out, there's just nothing left.
yeah,
And you can only do so much of one thing repeatedly before you're just finally like, I'm done. I can't do it no more. And it's just so boring. There's
and
nothing left for
and
me to
it's
do.
disappointing because like again, like after like the masterpiece, like the whole story is like there is
Yeah.
so like there's like a lot of possibility and things you can do, especially
Right.
with like an online mode. So you can like add as much story content as you want without it ruining like the canon of the original story because you can just its
Right.
own complete separate thing.
Because
So
like
at that point, yeah,
there's still so much they could do with it, but they're not going to because they're like still working on GTA 6 and still pumping out updates for GTA 5. Because
yeah, they're still
they
going
said
crazy on GTA 5.
they said that the last heist on the PS4 and like the Xbox was gonna be the biggest heist ever, to where Cayo Perico, that was the last heist, and then we were gonna continue on the 5 in the Xbox Series X. Like they were gonna continue on the new console. It's like, look, the game's been out for 8 years. Like, give Red Dead 2 a chance and like actually work on 6. Like, give these newer Rockstar games a chance
Mm-hmm.
to the better than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be honest, Red Dead 2 could use a lot of work. It needs a lot of attention still. Like, it's not perfect at all. Like, it's not where GTA 5 is at all. It's not there by a long shot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 100%. Wait, also,
Like,
man. Also, real quick, I do this. I have to take care of someone for a couple minutes. Do you think you could cover for me?
yeah,
I'll just be like just like 5 minutes if you could. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Someone
that's
important
fine.
came up. Yeah. Be right back.
Yeah, okay. Well, hello there, Michael's podcast viewers. Hello. I am Al Capone Gaming. I'm here. I'm gonna stall for 5 minutes. What to talk about? What to talk? Oh yeah, I guess I could continue. I do believe, like, don't get me wrong, GTA 5 is a good game. I liked it. I still like it, but I just personally believe Red Dead Redemption 2 needs more work, and they should start working more on GTA 6 if that's the way they want to go. Because eventually, after a minute, you're going to run out of ideas for GTA 5. There's not going to be much left to do. Like, unless you make it to where we can go to North Yankton for a minute or like something like that. Like, eventually, the ideas are going to stop and it's going to eventually have to just be put down. And then by that time, there's going to be, in my personal belief, if there's right now, there is no point in trying to make a Red Dead 3. As much as I would love it, there's no point because they're just not going to worry about it. They're going to worry more about GTA 6 or something. Like, they need to fix their priorities. If I am to be honest, they need to fix their priorities. GTA 5, it's been out for a long time. I personally believe that it's time for it to just die, or at least for it to just quit being updated and just let it slowly go, like they did with Red Dead Redemption. The online for that's just deteriorated so badly that you can like max prestige like quickly just by shooting one random broken glitched out NPC, and you could like max level and then just be done with the game or the online, not work for anything. Like I had to when I originally played the online because I had to work for that zebra donkey, which was the biggest thing you can get, meaning that you played the game, you did your time, you got everything, you worked for everything, and you was the best. Eventually, it got easier because it was glitchier and it was just a pain. It was just easier to get done and it wasn't so difficult, really. And I think that Red Dead 2 could use a lot of cooler stuff than what they have. Like it could be better. And I love Red Dead 2 with a passion. I love the design. I love the way it looks. I think it's beautiful. It just could use some more, could use a lot of work, a lot of caring, a lot of attention. Really, it's kind of like a newborn baby. Like you have to give it attention, you have to feed it, you have to nurture it, you have to pay attention to it. You got to take care of it. If you don't take care of it, then eventually it's gonna die. And you're gonna like video game wise, you're gonna lose a lot of revenue. In real life, if you have a kid, if you don't take care of your baby, it's gonna die and you're gonna go to jail or prison. Don't know why this has gone here, but it has. But that's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. It's my personal thoughts. It's what I would like. In my personal opinion, it's just how I believe it to be and how I think of it. And by the way, I will say I love this podcast. I sometimes go through and rewatch them because they're so good. Michael's podcasts are just good. They're great. Yeah, I honestly love Red Dead 2. So anyway, WWE 2K22 was announced. That's that's one of those things where it's just like, ooh.
Just give me one more
I
minute.
don't okay. With WWE 2K22, I don't know about it. I don't know. It says it hits different, but I don't know about that. WWE 2K20 was pretty trash. It was upsetting. This is good ass podcast too. This is great. I love this. Learned a lot about history, huh? And we've got a lot of topics too. Getting distracted because I'm just listening I'm playing Red Dead 2 while doing this podcast. Well, I had it paused for a long because I was just having a conversation. But yes, I do enjoy this game. Like I think it's amazing. I think Red Dead 2 could use a lot of work. Well, I'm happy to be on this podcast. It was exciting. It was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being
Okay,
here.
I am back. I am sorry. So pretty much what happened is that there was some we're watching my grandpa's dog for a while, and
Uh-huh.
he came upstairs and he was causing a lot of chaos. And I had to eat an edible real quick because I use edibles to help me sleep, and
Yes.
since it'll kick in about like a hour ish, taking me a little bit to go to sleep after that. I figured I'd take it right now, just to get it set for now. So we're all good, and it tasted disgusting because they taste really gross to me, but bro, it's grape flavor, but it's just foul. It's just foul.
Yeah.
I don't mind this.
It
I don't
just
mind the smell of marijuana, but like the taste, ugh, not for me, bro.
yeah, no, I've done my fair share of edibles. Like
They can mess you up,
I've
bro.
they do. But I do know one of my half sisters, her wife, because she's lesbian,
Hmm.
but her wife has like she makes these gummy edibles that
Oh hell
taste
yeah.
like gummies, still has like marijuana in it. And it's
Hmm.
actually really good. It had me fucked up for a minute.
How many milligrams do you have,
300, like one gummy was
bro?
300, and I had like four of them. So I had like
Dude, you had to have
I was
been,
gone.
you had to have been like out of commission for the next like few days, a couple of days. You had to have been like gone, dude. Like I'm not even
I
kidding.
was
Like
in
that wasn't. That's not right. You know,
I was
that's
in a
so
whole
much,
different universe. Like I was able to do things. It was just like everything didn't feel real. Like it felt like a dream. Like everything I touched just felt weird. Like I
dude.
had like my sense of feeling, sight, and like just hearing was just all weird. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it really
no, for
messed me up
sure.
for a couple months. Like,
But dude, like, like 300 in just one bar, like 300 in its in and of itself is like ridiculous. But like, well, for
plus like
for
having four 300s like back to back, like
well,
it messes
what's your
you up.
tolerance? What's your cap at? Would you say,
Um,
like milligram wise for edibles?
milligram like that day
But like in
like
general,
three
like what's the most you can take without being like without being like super messed up,
at least 600 milligrams.
bro? Like like anything like less is like normal and it's chill.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that's just because like my
your
dad
tolerance
has
is
always
hella high.
yeah, my dad has always had to have medical marijuana for his problems because he
Oh, oh, hello.
technical difficulties.
Okay,
I got
okay, we're all good.
off. Yeah.
So, as you were.
My dad, he had surgery on his neck because a bit of his skull was squishing his brain,
Oh
so he had to
no.
have it removed. And after that, he had to have like they prescribed him like medical marijuana, so like it would dull the pain and like help him.
Yeah. So like, how long ago is this? Did he have this?
Uh, Quite a while ago. Like I
So
mean,
you kind of been like around this like your whole life.
yeah. So a majority of my life I've been around it, so I built a higher tolerance to it. So it
Mm-hmm.
takes a lot more to actually mess me up.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. See, I'm still like fair. Like I don't do it. Like when I do like smoke or take edibles, it's only like every like once in a while. And my reasoning for that is I've only been doing like off and on since like 2019, late 2019, start of 2020 is when I really got into it. And again, I don't like abuse it or anything because there's a I'm not saying you do, of course. I know like you use it safe and responsibly for sure.
Yeah.
But like for me, like it's just because me, I have like a bit of like an addictive personality, and like the thing is like right, like if I were to like consistently have weed, I'd be doing it like all the time, and that would not end up being good for me. Because I mean, like, of course, like weed's not harmful, right? Like, it's not nearly as bad. It's not. I don't think weed's bad at all. But obviously, there is
Mhm.
like a line where it's like, all right, you kind of need to chill on it. Because like the thing is for
Right.
me is like, I mean, like everything that I do, I'd rather do on weed because it's just more fun and enjoyable. Because
Right.
that's what it does to you. So I'm just like, well, I'm just sitting here. I could be doing this thing, if I smoke this or if I eat this, I'm gonna enjoy what I'm doing more. And the concept of that in of itself is like, oh yeah, you'd want to enjoy doing something more, so you'd go with that. But you know,
Right.
unfortunately, fortunately doesn't work for me. So pretty much what I was getting with that is my tolerance is still like really low. Like
Right.
I'm like I can like handle like I mean I can of course you can handle like anything, but like anything like over like 40, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna not do that because I'll be messed up for a while. And there you are at 300. Hey, I respect it. Honestly, I gotta respect it.
like for me, like that 1 300, it wasn't gonna be enough. But like after two, that was already at my limit. But then the third and the fourth, that just kicked it over, and I was just messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I mean, it just like so like it's supposed to be like how much like you have to have like to get to that high, of a tolerance.
Yeah,
I respect that. I mean, there are a lot of people. I'm not one of the. I don't use it for anxiety, or for pain. I just use it to feel good. So that's why for me, I guess it's different in that sense because I don't have like
right.
pain or anxiety. I use. I mean, I have anxiety, but not bad enough where like I need weed to calm it down. But weed's a
My
great drug
doctor,
though.
they once prescribed it to me, like medical,
Mm-hmm.
because like
Hell yeah.
over time, because like all the traumatic experiences I've been through, like my aunt's murder, my grandma dying when
Yeah.
I was just a kid, and me not being able to say goodbye to her
Mm-hmm.
and her at school, like that traumatized me so bad that I
Yeah.
wasn't like they needed to get me back to where I was because I was so isolated and just so emotionally scarred. Like I couldn't do anything without breaking.
Mm.
Like like if somebody yelled at me, I just shattered. I just crumbled. Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because I was so emotionally traumatized at that time that like it was easier to tear me down, really.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like as the years gone by, I've just gotten used to it, used to that feeling that I just don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
Like it takes much more to actually tear me down as a person.
Okay.
Like there are
Yeah.
times where talking about my aunt's murder, like cry a little
Yeah,
bit,
you'll
but I'm
choke
not
up.
gonna like
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that obviously you're doing better with that now because like I mean it's kind of like a cringe typical thing to say, but like time is literally the only thing that does help. You just get more used to things, and like you never get like truly over it.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, I feel like it's just best to kind of turn like that energy into other things. You can
right,
turn like that energy of missing them and the pain, maybe try and like to motivation to like better yourself because like that
right.
person would have been proud of you, stuff like that. It's
And
always good to
my
use that.
girlfriend, she likes to say how I'm so strong emotionally. Like to me, I don't feel that at all. Like I know like
Oh
at any
yeah.
moment I could just break.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know.
Well,
But to her, like all I've endured and like how I've used it to not like completely destroy myself and become something worse. She thinks of me being strong like emotionally.
yeah. Well, that's a good thing because like our perceptions of ourselves versus other people's are completely different. So I feel like if
Yeah,
in like if in her eyes and other people's eyes you're able to like to say it like that because in my eyes I would agree with her. Like I wouldn't get the vibes that like you could like break it any second. Like like from my perspective, like I don't see that at all coming from you.
right.
So I mean, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing in that sense, because like I mean, I see it, your girlfriend sees it, so I feel like I'd say you're honestly doing a good job with that then, because as long as other people perceive it, then
Like
you're all good.
she praised me for like basically like surviving like the whole Olivia thing because
Yeah.
she actually like the first time she broke up with me, it was for a dumb reason. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally just dumb. Like she had no reason. She just said, "Oh, just let's break up." I was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
That hurt my feelings a little bit because I was like,
No, understandably so.
because she in like when we originally dated, like we were like how me and Amani are now. But then over time, like she stopped saying like to me, if you have to do like the ILU, like I love you, and
Mm-hmm.
not just write out the full word, to me that feels disrespectful and it feels like you don't actually mean it. If you have to
Mm.
like create it.
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
So
Fair
like
enough. It
she
means
went
more when
from
you type it
saying
out.
the whole thing to like just shortening it. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, it's odd, It's just like just like a so like that was like random though, right? Just like all of a sudden it's just like shortened.
Yeah,
So what you're saying,
just
yeah, that's
all of a
weird.
sudden.
Yeah, that's
And
really
then like
yeah.
over time, like she would just like avoid me or she would ignore me for like days on end.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when it came down to like talking about it, she would just tell me like this is her words exactly. I don't want to talk about it right now. And then she would just ignore me.
Mm.
So like eventually I just was like I can already tell that she's gonna break up with me because one, the signs are there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can notice her
And what
losing interest.
happened, like I just kind of was like, all right, whatever, I'll get over it. I was just in my own world, and then like a week later, she was like, hey, so do you want to try to get back together again and see if it works? And
Yeah.
I was hesitant at first,
Well,
not gonna lie, I
naturally,
was
because
very hesitant.
she had just been like, let's not, that's
Right.
weird.
She's like, like when she originally broke up with me, she was like, I'm not ready for a relationship yet. Like I'm just not ready for it. I'm like, then what the fuck?
Yeah, that's throwing like
Like,
seven different signs at you right there. That's
right. It's like when we met on Discord because we met in the Discord server. She was on a different server, and I was in like my own because I had my own server for a minute until I got taken over by this 13-year-old girl that thought she knew everything. But it's a different story.
mm-hmm.
I that's a real story. I got kicked out of my own server because of a 13-year-old little girl that thought she knew everything.
Do you
But
would you like to tell that story? That sounds
yeah, I
interesting.
can tell it after this because it
Oh yeah,
happened
of
after
course.
this. So so I met Olivia. She started flirting with me. She told me to add her. I added her, and she went in my DMs and started flirting with me. Now, mind you, at this time I was already in a relationship with another girl.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, this girl was also cheating on me with my best friend at the time, behind my back.
Jesus, I'm sorry,
And
dude.
what she doesn't understand is that I knew it and I just waited for her to play her like the wrong card because she was like thinking that she was so slick, like she was like avoiding me or like she was constantly like, "Hey, I'm gonna go watch this movie with Jordan real quick," which is the friend that she cheated on me with.
Mm.
Not really, you know, kind of iffy on that. I don't
Yeah.
trust him.
Oh, I wouldn't either, dude.
But like she thought she was so slick until one day I finally just had enough and I confronted Jordan, which then over time I just kept putting that pressure on, knowing that eventually he would crack. And then he told me exactly what I already knew.
Yeah.
So then, like, I let a couple days go by. She didn't know that I knew, and I let her think that I didn't know. So I kept acting like my little like my myself to her, like how she saw me. But in reality, I was just waiting for the perfect moment. So one
Mm-hmm.
day, and everybody in the server, I just straight out said, "Let's break up." Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm games like this is done. Like I'm gonna set your ass free because her Discord name was Bunny at the time. So I told her I kind of made a pun off of it just to make myself laugh
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
how hurt I actually was. But I was like, just like any other wild animal, I'm gonna set your ass free in the forest, and whatever you do
Mm-mm-mm.
after that, that's what you
That is
do.
tough. Yeah.
So
Got her ass,
then like
though.
that same day I ended up getting with Olivia because she used my emotions against me.
Yeah.
So like she used my just like how I just broke up with this previous girl. She used that to get me to date her. So then I did,
Mm.
and then, as I already told you, like over time, she just started cutting down her I love yous, and then it just was this whole thing. And then she broke up, saying, "Oh, she didn't want to be in a relationship." That she started, by the way.
Yeah.
So then a week
It's
goes
more
by. She
ridiculous.
asked me out again. I hesitated, and then I said yes eventually because I was just like, I
You're kind of
already know how.
pressured, also, I feel like.
Right.
You just put pressure on you.
I kind of was because I was just trying to get over it, and then she just immediately like just kind of started putting pressure back. I was like, okay. Then eventually she started like she was like one day, I shit you not, this is out of the blue. She goes, I'm gonna get offline for a while, like just not get on like Discord or PlayStation at all. She's just like, I'm gonna get offline for a long time. Whatever happens, happens. And then one day I was like, you know what? You're talking to Jordan, I know it. And then I confronted her. I'm like, are we even still dating? And she's like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it right
One second.
now. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. My sister just barged in my room without knocking. You were saying?
So
No, it's
one
okay.
day she was like, told me like, I'm gonna get offline for a while, and then one day I was just like, are we even still dating? She's like, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it with you right now. So then I was just like, you know what, fuck it. No, we're talking. Then she broke up with me, and it turns
Ah,
out no sooner did I get with a mom that her and Jordan were dating behind my back.
jeez, dude, I am
Like they
sorry.
were
That,
planning to get together from the start. And I was just like, what the fuck?
bro, why do people suck so fucking bad? That's
I
insane,
don't know if you
man.
can see my profile picture on a Discord, but that was me for the long time after I found that out. Because I was just like, what the hell? Like,
Bro, if that would suck, like, because like if you know, especially if like one of like your best friends, like, 'cause, like, in my eyes,
yeah,
like you lose your girlfriend and you lose that person. Because I wouldn't, I don't see how anyone could associate with the person, like, at least
right.
on the level they used to, if they would do that to him. My kids are fighting right next to me, and they just knocked over a speaker. All right, anyways, you were as you
But
were.
so, yeah, that happened. And then, like, that led, I can say, though, I'm glad it kind of happened because that ended up leading me to the person I'm with now,
Mm-hmm.
who I'm happy with. And
Yes.
I know won't do anything to hurt me because she's not that type of person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I
Plus,
mean,
she doesn't have time to because she's ill and she can't, like, there's a lot of days where she just can't get out of bed and she just
yeah.
doesn't feel good. Like, so I know I have that form of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I'm not gonna get hurt. So I'm not as like, don't get me wrong, like there's days where she just doesn't feel good and she won't text me back or like talk to me because she's just not feeling good.
Yeah.
I'll get worried because I don't know what's like if she's okay or not because I'm all the way here and she's in the UK.
Yeah.
But like it's like she'll text me and it'd be like, I'm fine, I just wasn't feeling good, and that worry will disappear because I just don't know what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm happy with
Dude,
who I'm with.
I know. I was gonna say like I know like shitty things like that happen, but I mean, look where it led you. So maybe it happened for a
Yeah,
reason. You got some emotional um experience. You learn how to deal with some
trauma,
things. Yeah.
emotional baggage.
Personal battles, and you won them because here you are now, happy. And I just gotta say, I'm really happy for you, man. Because I mean, like 7 months, like long distance. That's no joke at all. Like that's that's serious, man. Especially like when you've only known each other like through online. It's like
Right.
it's a barrier, but here you guys are, thriving and getting past that. I'm happy for you.
Like I'll be the first person to admit I have a lot of emotional scars and physical ones too from
Mm-hmm.
incidents
Yeah,
from
yeah.
kids, so on. Like I think I remember telling you about that giant scar I have on my leg from that rusty merry-go-round.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, like I've told this to very few people because I never really wanted to admit it, but it cut me so deep that I could almost see my bone, and it was
Really.
rusted. So I should have got tetanus, never got tetanus, never got stitches. I let my body heal itself on its own.
Mm-hmm.
I never cried about it either.
That sounds extremely painful, though. God damn.
It was because I
God
got
damn.
cousin, he was spinning me on it, and he got it going so fast that I flew off and I got trapped under it. Like my leg was stuck under it, and it cut me 3 times, but it got me really bad to where it cut to almost bone. And I was like, I was in pain, but I didn't cry. I just walked to a bathroom, literally grabbed the most, like took a gauze out of the thing, washed it, and then wrapped it up. And then
Yeah.
that's just how I went. And by the way, this was at somebody like one of my family members' vow, like how their renewal, their
Mm-hmm.
vows. So it happened at somebody's like marriage vows, like renewal thing. And then
Uh,
I just didn't say anything to anybody. I
I don't
was
know.
just like, it was bleeding bad too. Like I could have bled out if I didn't take care of it immediately.
Oh yeah, if it's a wound that deep for sure.
Like
Especially in like the
I've
leg, 'cause
gone,
there's some pretty important arteries and
yeah.
things in the leg.
a lot of like my girlfriend like says like she admires the fact that I can go through all the emotional pain that I've been through and like physical, like especially that leg wound that I had, and just act like it didn't do nothing when
Yeah.
on the inside I was in pain.
Dude, I agree with her completely.
Like
Yeah,
she
I've always been
finds
that.
she's like in a way she's proud of me for doing that, like surviving all I've survived, and
You should be proud of it, dude. You should be proud of
like
yourself.
a
You've been
lot
through
of
so much shit.
I won't lie. A lot of people misjudge. Like you've seen me before. I'm not a big guy. Like I don't have a whole bunch of muscle. Like I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
small.
Yeah.
I'm tall, but I'm like small. Like I don't have a lot
You're
of muscle,
skinny. Yeah.
but I can still take a whole bunch of punishment, like physical or emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, yeah, you know, when you see someone, all you see is just a physical. You have no idea what's going on the inside because
Right.
there's always a lot of shit going on down there.
Like that one time. Remember that one time I told you I left the house and I was just sitting on a dark dirt road
Yeah,
after
that was scary. That was you kind of scared me with that. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I didn't know what I was gonna do because honestly, I just wanted out of the house because I was just so sick of it.
Yeah,
Like
the people.
I felt like I was being disrespected, and in the fact that I was slapped in the face for just speaking my mind, like it angered me.
Oh
So I
yeah,
needed,
dude, I
and I
would have
did.
been I would have been I would have been fuming. I don't know what I would have done. Probably not a lot, but
Like, I sat in a dark dirt road for like 2 hours, and my dad got worried because I wasn't coming home and I wasn't calling or like I had my mom had all of us do like this Life 360 thing with the
ah,
tracking, so she knew where we were. I had it off,
eh,
so there was no
hell
way to
yeah,
find me.
bro.
Like I
That
made
Life
it to where I
360
was
thing
not
is
able to be found.
weird. Yeah, I feel like parents shouldn't know where the especially if you know if you're above 18, you should not.
Right.
Life 360 is definitely not the right thing. Um,
But like I just turned it off and I just disappeared. Like I just left.
yeah. I mean, I can imagine it was kind of like peaceful though, or kind of like relaxing, just kind of get out and just. I mean, seeing on like a dirt road for a couple hours, that sounds peaceful, especially when you're getting away from a whole lot of bullshit, pretty much, and a bunch of
At one
people.
point, I thought I heard a snake in the bushes, and
Oh,
I got really scared because I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah.
It's like
um.
it's dark. I don't know where it's at, and my phone's about to die.
Oh, bro, I've been freaking out my phone's about today because at that point it's like you know if something happens you have no way of calling someone last second. But yeah, you were good.
Thing was, is like I didn't go very far. Like I was just like a couple like I was a couple blocks away from my house. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was probably like closer to your house. Like that's literally how I was actually pretty close to your house. Not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, like I was on your road, just sitting in the dark, just not like looking at your house, but like in your neighborhood, just sitting in the dark,
Yeah.
just mind business. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah, we do live close to each other.
but like I wasn't trying to like when I texted you that night, like I wasn't trying to like I was like the way I said it, it kind of sounds like I was like,
Oh,
hey, can I stay with you for the night? Like I was
yeah.
like, I don't want it to sound like that. So like I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, I told you what was going on and what I was doing, and
Yeah.
like
No,
I'll
not.
figure it out if I have to go back home.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I remember I just wasn't home at the time. So I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't, you know, I was not, there wasn't really anything I could do, but except do my best to talk to you. But I can imagine it was kind of like therapeutic, though. Would you would you say like it was nice getting out though, even though we're just kind of,
It was peaceful. It was calming. I didn't have like somebody yelling at me or hitting me just because
yeah,
I spoke my mind.
mm-hmm, yeah, you're just
Like
kind
it
of
was,
enjoying the moment and then go back eventually. But yeah,
like I just was so tired of it, like just being treated like I can't do anything because I'm pretty sure I've told you before, but I have bipolar, like I'm bipolar manic depressant.
yeah, yeah,
So like it doesn't like my mood can swap at any moment, and just the fact that my mom, like, not gonna lie, she makes it seem like because I'm bipolar manic depressant, I can't do anything for myself.
Oh, like
Like, she makes
you're still
me seem like
sane.
right, she makes me seem like I'm a vegetable, like I can't, like, do anything for myself, like I can't eat for myself, I can't shower, I can't dress.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can do all of that perfectly
it's like,
fine.
man, like I don't think you know what bipolar is.
Right, like, I feel like I'm like, she makes me seem like to her family and to, like, the social security workers that I'm just unable to do anything with my life. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
which isn't true.
not capable. And I'm just like, I'm capable of all of it. I can
Mm.
cook, I can clean. I can't cook everything, and I'm not sure how to do everything.
Enough to get
I
by.
can do my laundry, I can shower, I can dress. Like, I'm not completely useless. Like, I can do all those
Of
things.
course you can. Yeah, you are a normal functioning person.
Like, yeah, I have my problems because I'm bipolar manic depressant, but it doesn't mean that I'm not able to do like I'm not able to function in society.
Yeah, no, and you completely are. So that's some yeah.
The only
People don't know how
difference
to
is
treat it right or deal with it
the
right
person.
sometimes.
The differences between me and you, like you could tell, like you are like different from me because I have bipolar, so like my mood can just swap completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
It's always been that way, even in elementary through middle school to high school. It's been that way.
Yeah,
Like
I
I have
mean,
a mental illness, I can't change it. I
yeah,
can't control it.
yeah. I remember back then I didn't have any idea that you were, I didn't even know I didn't even know what like mental disorders were, for like back then in the elementary school days and middle school. I was like, I don't even know what bipolar is or. But yeah, I did notice how like you definitely were you were sensitive, at certain times because of the
Right.
bipolar. But it was always okay. I didn't think there was anything like wrong with you. Like I knew you just had like you were just different. I just understood that you were just like different emotionally because
Right.
everyone is.
And like my girlfriend, she says that I'm more emotionally sensitive than most people. And that's not because I choose to be. That's just because of my bipolar. I don't exactly have full control like most people do. Like
Mm-hmm.
one like we could be sitting like face to face and talking and laughing and it just second moment I'm just crying for no reason. Like I can't control it. I
Yeah.
can't like I don't have any deciding factor on what I feel in that moment.
Mm. Yeah. No, that's. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to deal with. I mean, would you say like the manic part is as bad as the depressive part, or are they
Um,
equally as
a little
bad?
bit. It's when it's combined, it's just nightmare because like the manic
Oh
part
yeah.
is like I'm not I'm not sane. That's like when it's the manic part, I just don't have thought anymore. Like everything's just kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
just insane thoughts, like just like kind of sadistic and more like not human, really. But when I hit the depressed part of the manic depressant, like once the depressed part hits, I'm more suicidal, like
yeah.
without
Mm.
wanting to. Like it's just like for no reason. Like I could be sitting here, like we could be doing this podcast, and just randomly because of my manic depressant part, I could just immediately think of all the ways that I'd want to kill myself, and not
Mm.
because I want
Yeah.
and I have to take pills to control it because if I don't, eventually it just the thoughts just keep coming and I can't stop it.
Yeah. Jesus,
So I
I'm
have to
sorry.
like regulate it with like medicine and stuff, like pills, just to keep my thoughts clear and like able to actually function without, you know.
Yeah. I mean, are you able to deal with it a lot better nowadays?
Yeah. Nowadays, I don't really need the pills because I'm able to control it a lot more than what I was used to. Because as a kid growing up, I had very little control over it. But
Yeah.
now, like I've gone like 4 or 5 years without taking my meds for it, and I've learned to control it a lot better.
Okay.
It's like now, like with my bipolar manic depressant part, I can control it, and it'll be on the inside, but I won't show it on the outside.
Okay.
So like
I
I'm
wasn't
able
sure
to.
how
It
that
still
worked.
happens, but I'm able to control it on a more leveled like state.
Yeah, like it can't get rid of it like completely, but it can
Yes.
just assist in it a lot. Just help you
Right.
feel
I
better.
can nullify like a majority of it.
Mm. Okay. So how long have you been like diagnosed with this?
Since I was born.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get. Yeah, I just never knew for like a long time. Growing up, it's never came up. I guess.
So I've always had it and I've always dealt with it. So I've gone like 19 years of my life with it.
Have
And
you?
it's not
I've
easy
always been taking
for,
meds.
for a majority of my life. And
Okay.
when my grandma died in 2012, it got worse because of like I was so emotionally like destroyed, like
Mm.
I was so scarred by that I
Mm-hmm.
needed it more than ever, and they had to up the dosage because it just got like how it like my manic depressant just got worse and worse and worse over
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Jesus,
So like
man.
now I have more control, and it's not as visible or at all, and
Yeah.
it's not as frequent. Like it'll happen from like not even like every now and then. Like it happens once every year now. Like that's how
Okay.
much control I have over it.
Uh, That's that's honestly great, man. Once a year, that is like I'd say that's really good.
I have contained my anger a lot too. Remember that one time
Oh
when you
yeah.
were here and I was playing Red Dead and I got my zebra donkey?
Oh, dude, I remember your mom was telling you to dude, chill out. You are being you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, like now I've learned to contain a lot more. Like some games, it's really easy to agitate me. Like Spyro the Dragon. Oh my god, I will snap
Oh,
if
that
I
game
like.
is tough. It's not an easy game.
It really is. And in Crash Bandicoot, oh my god, that game makes me hate
Oh
everything.
my, fucking Crash. I haven't even beaten like the first game in the Reignited trilogy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Dude, I can't like I have to like actually like delete it off my system just so I can just calm down because it angers me so much.
Dude, I understand 100%. Jesus.
So, and because I've learned to control it, I know when to quit if something's really angering me.
Yeah, you have experience from yeah. So
So
like
like my dad
when
also
those
bought
zebra donkey feelings start coming up, you're like, all right, it's time to
yeah, that's what we're gonna call it now, the zebra donkey feeling,
yeah.
because that was shit.
uh, yeah, as you were saying though.
But like nowadays, like my dad was talking about buying me like a punching bag because
Oh yeah.
lately like COD Cold War, I don't know what it is, but people just hip fire sniping me it just agitates me, especially when it shouldn't happen. Like because you know how like
Dude.
from a long range, like 100 meters, you should not be able to hip fire a sniper and hit dead shot in the head. Like there's
Yeah.
no way.
Dude, I had to stop playing Cold War. Every
Like
time I
every
log
time it
on, I just log
happens.
off with the game after. I'm like, I fuck this game. Fuck this game.
Like every time it happens, like you can audibly hear me, like I'll silently lose my mind, but audibly you'll
Dude.
hear me touching my dresser. Like I'll just beat on my dresser just with such force. That by the way, I have a hole in my wall from hitting my dresser so hard I shoved my dresser into my
Jesus Christ.
because of Call of Duty Cold War's antics. Like I got so mad, like I had to quit playing it for like a week. So I
Dude.
was just like, I can't do it no more.
I mean, look. Campaign's cool. Like zombies is
Yeah,
pretty cool, but every time you go into multiplayer, it's just fuck this. But then a
especially
couple
on
games you're
Nuketown.
off.
Like Nuketown is either shotguns or snipers, and it's
Oh,
just
it's
the most
so
annoying.
annoying. I'm like, dude, like I want to be like I want to like have like good faith and hope that like Cold War isn't as bad as people really say it is. Like every time I go, I'm like, maybe I'm overreacting. Like maybe what people are saying and what I think. Maybe we need to step back, think about it from a different angle. And every time you log on, it's like, yeah, no. I don't know
Like
why
don't
the
get me wrong,
players
I
ruin
love
this
the
game so
game.
much.
I enjoy it. It's just whenever you get on multiplayer and you do a match and like somebody from 100 meters just hip fire sniper rifle kills you like
Yeah.
with a head. It's just like you're just so sick of it. Like it
Yeah.
just no matter what, no matter how calm you can be, you just lose it because it shouldn't happen.
Yeah. Now, here's a question that I've been wondering then.
Hmm.
Why have Call of Duty games started? Why has this started happening to God games? Like, like this wasn't a thing in like BO2 or Advanced
No, like the
Warfare,
guns were
BO3.
way more balanced. Like
So, so you think it's unbalanced, like guns, or
yes,
just, like it's so you think it's like it's more of like the developer's fault rather than like the player base.
yes. Honestly, because like when the Mac 10 came out, everybody was using it because it was just great. Like you couldn't miss with it. And now people it got buffed and it's just worse now. Like more people can use it and they can kill you quickly. Like no matter like let's say you're using the M16. It's a if you hit them in the head, it's a one shot kill because it's three burst.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hit them in the head, it's done. They're dead. But like they can outgun you still. Even with that headshot, they can outgun you. And it's just it's so broken. The Mac 10 and like the MP5 was another one broken gun for a long time. Like it was just unstoppable. The AK-47, no recoil on the AK-47, by the way. It's just straight shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you aim, that's where it hit. The RPD, that's still broken. It doesn't miss. It doesn't have recoil on it.
Yeah.
Like if you want a gun
God.
that'll get you kills like quickly and without like death, the RPD is where you want to be
And
because you don't miss
that's
and you have a lot of bullets.
and is that what a lot of people do just to just like to try and like try hard the whole way and win.
Kind of. But now people are using
Oh,
snipers, crossbows, and the new crossbow snipers and shotguns
okay. Yeah, dude, I
because
didn't know it was this
snipers
bad. Oh my god.
it's just ridiculous how the snipers work. Like they have the 50 caliber sniper, the big one that fires and will like literally pop your head. In real life, it should pop your head if you get hit with it because it's a big round and it makes a big hole.
Yeah, yeah.
But like it just has so much recoil that after if you fire your first shot and you don't hit, you have to give it like 10 to 20 seconds just to rebalance. But if you start tapping that R2, you're aiming at the sky and then they get a free kill on you.
Yeah. God,
So
dude.
the 50 cal requires so much patience and skill that it's ridiculous. The Pellington, dude, you can hip fire that thing from 100 meters and just one shot kill somebody without even trying. Like it's that
Mm-mm-mm.
broken.
That is fucked up, dude. That is fucked up.
Like don't
Well,
even like the crossbow. It's a one shot kill no matter where you hit them. But the problem with that one being is the recoil. You know how like any bow or a crossbow, if you fire it, it has a downward arc.
mm-hmm.
It has an upwards then downwards arc. No matter like let's say I'm aiming at somebody's kneecap, right? If I fire it, it'll go to the hips and then down.
Oh, mm-mm.
So it's
Yeah.
just so weird.
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
it's
I'm
just
not
so
going back to Cold
broken.
War. Let's forget about Cold War. Fuck Cold War. Sorry, sorry, Activision, make a better game. Or I don't know who's making the 2021 COD. Um,
It's World War II again. They're going back to World War II.
oh wait, like for sure.
Yes, for sure. They're going back to the World War II theme.
Wait, so who's making? Is it Sledgehammer again?
I think so.
Oh Jesus! Look, bro, they made Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare is my favorite. Um,
Like for me personally, I didn't mind Call of Duty World War II. It wasn't my favorite, but I loved the story in it.
yeah, it's yeah, no. Hey, what's this article? Sorry, I gotta check about this article. This the headline: Call of Duty 2021 is said to be a disaster in the making. What?
Oh yeah, because they're basically trying to redo World War II just differently, and it's just not it's not taking off.
Uh, yeah, okay, let's see. The Call of Duty series is reportedly heading back to World War II in 2021. The next game in the franchise is developed by Call of Duty World War II studio Sledgehammer Games. Is reportedly titled Call of Duty World War II Vanguard, and once again have ties to Warzone and the free to play Call of Duty. Okay. Sledgehammer. Wow, dude. Um, honest, look, yeah, Cold World War II was good, but I think World War II Vanguard, I think it's gonna flop, honestly. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be for the most part a flop. I mean, look, it'll have a decent story. For because it's Call of Duty always have at least decent stories.
right.
I don't know if they're gonna try zombies again. I kind of hope not. I kind of feel like we kind of need like a break on the zombies, so maybe we can get even better maps for the future. I mean, it is different
I
companies making them,
personally,
but
I personally always thought that the zombies belonged to Black Ops because that's
yeah,
where it's
I didn't like it being taken out.
actually technically it started a World at War, the zombies, and then it was more of a Black Ops thing
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, like and to negate my point, it did start in a non, um, uh, you know, Black Ops, but they become a
I don't
staple.
think zombies was in BO2. It was BO1, BO2. I don't think Black Ops 3 really. No, they did zombies.
Bro,
Four.
Black Ops 3 has the best zombies in my opinion.
So yeah, no, I think every Black Ops has had zombies.
It has, yeah.
From one to Cold War has
Yep,
had zombies.
yep, yes, sir. It's a stable in the franchise, and it's also just going to other ones, and that's
I
okay.
think Advanced Warfare
No
had
way,
zombies, but
it did.
it was kind of weird how that zombies
I
worked. I don't
liked
know if
it.
I
I
was like
liked it personally. I mean,
I enjoyed it. Like I loved it. It's just a part of me was like, this is
yeah,
weird. I'm not
it was
sure
weird.
I like the
Exosuits
whole
and zombie.
exosuit thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it was a different take, but in general,
It was
it was good.
different. I respect the difference. Like they tried something different. It
Mm,
wasn't a hit for everybody, but it
yeah,
wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say it was terrible because it really wasn't. It's just with the exos, it wasn't my cup of tea.
yeah. For sure, but yeah, I mean, dude, World War Two. It's I think with the multiplayer, I feel like the multiplayer is just gonna be like painfully average, and it's gonna have like a pretty low fan base because
With World War II, like the first one, I love the operations. I loved like the way they had it to where like you could storm the beaches of Normandy, like do the D-Day thing,
yeah, it
like
was dope.
rotate. I thought that was cool.
It was, yeah, 100%. But
That
like,
was by far the best part of the multiplayer.
agreed. Because here's the thing. Also, you gotta keep in mind like there are a lot, large percent from what I've seen, the COD fan base is also not happy with Cold War. There are a lot of people
Right.
not playing Cold War for some reason. I guess there are a lot of people. Mostly, from what I've seen, the multiplayer fan base seems to be strongest right now on Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
Like the reboot.
a
And
lot of
I've never
people
played that one.
get
I've
back
never.
to Modern Warfare.
Yeah, like I bought every COD up until well, no, I bought every COD day one up until or around when it came out up until Modern Warfare because Black Ops 4 I got that game. I'm not gonna lie, personally, I respect if you think otherwise, but I personally thought Black Ops 4 sucked. I
I do
return
too.
yeah
I
yeah
I, I hated Black
it
Ops 4.
sucked Dude.
Black
I
Ops
don't ever
4
return
was
games.
such a bullshit thing.
It
Like I hated
sucked.
it.
It was
Dude, it was so sweaty. Like,
it
oh my god.
yeah, like somehow they made Warzone better. But like, dude, I don't take back games like ever, right? But I took back Black Ops 4, and
Oh
unfortunately,
yeah,
I
no,
lost
like,
$25 on it because I paid 60, I got 35 back because it was used, which is like all right, a little over half. So I lost $25 in that game. Fuck that game. I'm never gonna play the game, and fuck anyone who likes it.
like, don't get me wrong. I hated it with a passion. Zombies, I thought that was neat how you could customize it and just fuck around with it. Like it wasn't as like how it was. It was different, but I still hated the game. Like the
Yeah,
zombies redeeming it for me.
multiplayer
Like it was like
sucked.
okay, cool.
Yeah, Zombies was the
Like
coolest part, and even that, it was a pretty lackluster follow up to Black Ops 3, which in my opinion had the best zombies in any Call of Duty.
right.
Black
Like
Ops
I
3
don't get
sucked.
me wrong, I enjoyed that they continued the storyline of the Ultimus and Premise thing. Like I liked that. But where it just was stupid is like the multiplayer and the fact
Oh,
it didn't
so
have a
bad.
campaign.
Yeah, no campaign.
Like the blackout and the no campaign on top of the multiplayer just a shit game. Like all
Yo,
the way around. I
all the
didn't
way
like
around. I don't know.
Zombies was probably its one only redeeming factor, and even then it was lackluster. Like it was just
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. The storyline continues with Ultimus and Premise, but it's just not gonna save the game for me.
Mm-hmm. All the way, all the way. I'm glad we can agree on that because, yeah,
No,
they
I
just did
hate
not
it.
try, dude. Bare
When
minimum.
it was announced that they just wasn't gonna have campaign, I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad,
This
and it
game's gonna
was.
flop,
It was
man.
bad.
I mean, of course. I mean, I've seen people say the complete opposite. I'm just like, I mean, fair enough, but okay.
Like if you got viewers right now, like if you like it, cool.
No,
Like that's
no,
your
I
opinion.
respect it.
Like me and Michael, we just don't like it.
Yeah.
Wasn't our it was to me and Michael. It was
See what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shit on your opinion as a joke, but I actually don't care if you like it. I mean, it's cool if you do. Again, I respect it. Again,
right.
my favorite Call of Duty of all of them is Advanced Warfare. So there are a lot of people who would be disgusted at me for saying that, but it's true.
I'm not. I respect it. Like I
Yeah.
didn't think it was a bad game. I kind of enjoyed it.
It was.
Like I bought a lot of the DLCs when they came out. Like I enjoyed it enough to get the DLCs. To me personally, I like the idea of like Modern Warfare and Cold War. Like Cold War has broken guns multiplayer wise, just completely broken. Like the M16, it makes sense for the stats it has. It's not the best weapon, but it's good enough to where like a headshot is a one kill. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to repeatedly empty a clip into their heads. By the way, in Cold War multiplayer, it takes an entire 2 magazines just to headshot kill somebody sometimes. So that's a fun
Terrible,
thing.
terrible, disgusting game. We do not support that around here.
And what depresses me most about it is when it came out, I was so excited because I'm like, yes, I
Same
get to use
dude.
the M60. I'm like, hell yeah, I get to use my two favorite guns, the M16 and the M60. Dude, the M60 being a 50 caliber round, it does not kill for shit. It did not kill for shit. Like you can headshot somebody with it, it would not kill them. It wouldn't. Like you
Yeah.
had to empty the majority of your box mag to kill them. Like I was just like, dude, what is this? And you had to basically max out your level just to get the M60. So it was like damn near like
Absurd.
50. So
Yeah.
like level it was and then how crap it was, it just wasn't worth it. Like I was just like, oh my god, like this is bad.
Yep.
Now it's gotten better. The M60 is better. It actually does what it's supposed to do. Like,
Yes.
some guns got balanced, some guns got nerfed. One gun that hasn't been nerfed since season one is the RPD. Still has no recoil and still just dead shot
Bro.
no matter what.
Game's been out forever. Fix this already. What are we doing?
Like
Fuck
it
Cold
would be
War.
a better game if they actually balanced the weapons. Like the Mac 10 has such a high rate of fire and such a high damage rate that you can't outgun it. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't. There's no way, no matter what gun you have, unless you have a Mac 10 against a Mac 10, you're not winning that gunfight. Unless you jump them from behind and they have no chance of turning quick enough.
Yeah.
Like it's just frustrating sometimes how unbalanced the game is
And the
and how
devs
they
don't
just let
care.
it go.
Yeah. Devs don't give a fuck, man.
Like even Modern Warfare, like every new gun they added, it was so broken that they had to nerf it 3 to 4
Oh my
times
god,
just to get it
dude.
back to normal.
I'm
Like,
over it,
oh
man.
my god, like Modern Warfare and Cold War were the worst on that. They would add new guns and make it so good that people would use it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, dude, like, why? Like,
I
you're making where like if you use any other gun, it's a losing battle no matter what you do. Like,
Yeah.
why are you
Straight
doing that?
goofy, man. It's straight goofiness. I don't even know anymore. Activision, Treyarch, listen to your fan base, please. Well, man.
Rockstar as well. Please listen
Oh
to your
yeah,
fans that
Rockstar.
are actually trying to help you fix Red Dead Redemption 2 because they're giving you ideas and you're just ignoring
Yeah,
them.
come on,
It's good for
Rockstar.
you.
Bro, help satisfy your fucking fans and they'll keep your game going. Shit, man.
Dude, like Red Dead, it almost outbeat GTA 5 in sales, but because of them fucking around like they did, it just
They ruined it.
GTA 5 took off more.
They ruined it for themselves.
Like Red Dead was like $1 million away from like over like selling GTA 5 and then they just ruined it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
on
wild.
launch, Red Dead Redemption was more bought than GTA 5 was on launch. Like that's how
Oh,
sad it was. And then it just a downhill spiral.
it
like
went downhill so fast.
like off of launch, it just went downhill because online wasn't in there yet. It took them months to get online in, and when they did that, it was just as broken as GTA Online. Like you
Yeah,
had to keep restarting your character like 45 times.
I know. Yeah, tell me about it.
It was just, it was a mess, and I'm like, come on, you're ruining this for a lot of people that were so excited for this thing.
Yeah,
Like,
well, let's hope that they do. That they
and like
eventually
even
listen because
now, like
there's time.
I'm noticing glitches in even the story mode. So like I had the Warhorse that I got for pre-ordering it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, after chapter 5, they take that Warhorse away and give me a Tennessee Walker, and I'm stuck with that. I can't get my Warhorse back. It's gone. It keeps
I
the
feel for
name and
you.
it keeps the level I had it at, but it's not the horse that I had. It's a completely different horse. And I'm just like, why? Why? Like,
Yeah. Jeez, I'm sorry, man. This Rockstar, just get your shit together. Pretty much in conclusion.
like I was while you
Wait a
were
minute.
gone because you had something important going on and you was
Yeah,
telling me to like try
you had
to
to cover
talk for
for
five
me.
minutes. Dude, I was telling if anybody was watching your stream, like the podcast, I was like, look, like I love GTA 5, but like after so long of being from PS3 to 4 to 5 now, like just you're gonna run out of like ideas. Like just let it slowly
They,
descend like Red Dead Redemption Online did. Because like I told whoever was watching while you were gone, I was like, over time, Red Dead Redemption, like the first game, the online just eventually just broke so bad that like you don't even have to do what me and you had to do to actually get the zebra donkey. Like you don't have to work hard. You can just walk into McFarland's Ranch, shoot an NPC that's on the laying on the floor, and just constantly level up. Like
yeah.
you can just prestige without doing anything. So
Uh,
like I was like
yeah,
it's time
I'll
for me
rewatch after the
personally.
stream.
Like for me personally, I believe like I love GTA 5. It was a great game, but I personally believe it's time for that game to go and let newer games like Red Dead 2 or GTA 6 able to shine more. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
time for that game to go. Just whatever you're gonna do on the newer, like the PS5 version of GTA 5, just wait and do it on GTA 6. Just wait.
Yes. Thank
You're
you.
not killing all your ideas now and then have nothing for the later content on a different
Yes.
game.
Yes. I
That's
completely
what
agree.
I believe. Like I honestly believe it's time for GTA 5 to finally just end. Like it's run its course.
Time for the end. Come on,
Like the
GTA.
Cayo Perico heist, it wasn't nothing special. Like, yeah,
Nope.
cool, we get to go to a new island, but we don't get to walk around on that island and free roam. We just get to stay in that little party area, and then that's it.
I know.
We can't
That was a
leave.
major disappointment.
Like
Shit, man.
personally, for me, I just believe like it's time for GTA 5 to just end. It's done. It's ran
Yep.
its course. There's nothing left for it.
Agree. But let's hope Rockstar listens, man. Because I mean, again, like I said, they're gonna run ideas, so they'll see it
And like
eventually.
they were talking about like, oh yeah, on PS5 we'll give Red Dead Redemption 2 more updates, newer content. I'm like,
Nothing
okay,
yet.
what about all the people that have PS4s that can't afford a PS5 or like the
Yeah.
stores are out of stock because there's still like Walmart by like me and you, like
Yeah.
that Walmart towards like actual Grand Blanc town like area, they're still out of stock on PS5s. Same with GameStop.
Yeah. They're still. It's been
Like,
months. They're still really hard to get.
yeah. Like, yeah, you can get them online, but like once again, like people like me, I
People
don't have the
upcharge.
money for it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can't just buy it and it just be like, oh yeah, it'll be sent to me. Like I don't have the money for that. I got taxes to pay. I got like bills. I gotta make sure I'm like gonna be able to survive for a month. Like I don't have the
Yeah.
money to just go get a PS5.
Yeah, but these companies don't always give a fuck about consumers, really. Just
No, they're like,
whatever makes some money, man.
and like the fact is like I'm hearing like I even went to GameStop. I'm like, okay, so like if I get a PS5, how much are the games gonna be? They're like, oh yeah, for a new game, it's like $70. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
And
oh yeah. They're charging an extra 10 now.
I'm just like, And then the guy at GameStop's like, any game that you have on your PS4 that can be put onto the 5, it'll cost you like an extra 10 to get it put on there. I'm like, what? Like,
W-
I have I have to get the digital version because I have more digital games than I do disc. So just think about that. 579 digital games that I'd have to pay $10 each time to put onto my 5 if I get one.
Yeah.
Like
Ugh.
that's just a lot of money that I don't have. So like I'd have to pick and choose. Like nobody
Mm-hmm.
wants to. Like the fact that I'd have to go through my games and go, okay, which ones do I really want to play, or which ones am I gonna play more? And then when I get those, and I'm gonna look at one of my other games and go, I kind of want to play that. Like,
Yeah. Fucking hell, dude. I'm with you. But hey, man, we are at about a little over 2 hours. I just want to wrap up in just a minute here. If that's cool.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
there are a lot of companies that again that like so the gaming industry as a whole is just not. Uh, they just don't care for what their customers want because again
They
all
really
those
don't.
issues you listed like oh let's just make it more expensive. I mean like bro like these billion-dollar companies like they don't need to charge all that extra money like again like like just for a PS5 or like upgrading the PS4 game to a PS5.
Right? Like it's you're not thinking about all your consumers that don't have that type of money on hand like all the time. Like you're gonna have like not everybody has money. There's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
a couple like me. I wouldn't like to classify myself as like poor, but I don't have money like all the time.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
have enough to get me like to pay my bills every month and get me through that month, but nothing more, nothing less. Like
Mm-hmm.
and like I had to sacrifice like because my truck currently is in storage because it has a flat tire and it's out of gas, so I just put it in storage for a minute. So I let the insurance go because I'm like I can't use it anyway. I'll just let the insurance go and I'll get it back once it's able to actually be driven.
Mm-hmm.
So I sacrificed that to actually give my girlfriend money so she
That's
could
amazing.
survive
Yeah.
to get stuff because I'm not gonna be the guy like the boyfriend that's like, oh yeah, you need stuff, you need money to like survive. I'm not gonna help.
Yeah.
Like I sent her money to actually help her get her necessities and get to and from university because I actually care about her and I'm not gonna just leave her hanging. And she even said that she'd help me pay my taxes, like my back taxes, just so I can like keep the house and be caught up and
Yeah.
able not to stress about it. It's like we have that relationship where we
Well,
help each other.
I'm glad. I'm glad, man. That's also incredible. I'm happy that you did something like that for her. That's
And I don't
impressive.
mind doing it. Like
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, I have to pay you back. I have to like when I get paid, I'll give you money." I'm like, "You don't have to.
Yeah.
I didn't do it for you to pay me back. I did it because I genuinely love you."
Hell yes, man. Honestly,
Like we
I
have
think
to
that's honestly
change.
like a beautiful and nice note to end it on. So yeah, we do
Yeah.
it for 2 hours. Jeremy, I'm gonna have you on again soon. By the way,
Yes.
next time I want
This
to go.
was a this
This
was
was
actually
fun.
really fun.
This was
I
amazing,
enjoyed it.
bro.
This was a fun
This is why I'm glad. This is why like whenever we talk, I know we don't talk like like all the time,
Right.
when it comes to like the voice and text, but like when we talk, we always have just like the best conversation. So, in my
Like,
opinion.
and it goes for hours. Like I'm pretty sure like we could have probably kept this going for hours if we
Oh,
wanted to, but we
yeah,
should end.
yeah. I
We
mean,
can keep going and going.
there are no, there are a couple of reasons I do kind of have to end it
Yeah.
right now. I'll tell you why after. Yeah,
Yeah.
but next time we'll set up it. We'll make sure that we get on a bit earlier, or we can do it at the same time. I'm not going because it's late. It's just because I'm a couple other stuff. So we get started last time. And next time I want to go for like 3 hours if that's okay.
Yeah, like this was fun, man. Like this is like I enjoyed this
Me
podcast.
too, dude. I always love
Like
talking to you.
when you watch it back, if you go back to the time frame that you wanted me to like take over for you, like
Yeah.
I legit was saying like I love this podcast and I enjoy
Oh.
watching his like watching them back, like the ones without me, and even this one I'm gonna probably watch back and be like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty good stuff being in
Yeah.
that. Like
I love rewatching old stories and like this is also something like even while like I love doing it in the moment I know that like 5 4 years from now we're gonna look back and be like
right.
how look how different just like look at us talking for like two like almost 2.5 hours just like all these years ago it's like a super
Right,
cool
like
time capsule thing too.
I'm not gonna lie, like I wanted to like do this thing where like one of my streams, like if I'm playing Red Dead and doing the story mode, like you can watch, but like I wanted to talk to you like voice to voice because like
Mm-hmm.
for me, this was a lot more fun because it wasn't like I was talking to you while you were texting back. It was just
Yeah,
us conversating voice to voice
and it's
and
and
having
it
fun and
feels
like
great, you know. Yeah, it
yeah,
feels great, man. But we
like
look at us, just look at us, look at us doing our thing out here.
my stream, like not gonna lie, I was enjoying it. I was having fun up until
Dude,
I got
yeah,
joined this room,
stream.
and
Oh
like
yeah,
I
okay.
was having a good time.
Yeah, guys, by the way, Jeremy's on my channel, Al Capone Gaming. It's in the description. Or the description. That's right. I was making sure it wasn't in the comments. It's in the description, and he just made his comeback stream literally just yesterday. So check him
Yeah.
out. Subscribe, put the notifications on so you can be there live. I hope he plans on going live more soon, Jeremy.
I probably will.
You better, bro. I'm promoting your channel. I don't know if anyone's gonna anyone's gotten this far. I hope so, but bro, subscribe to my boy Al Capone Gaming. That name fucking
The
alone,
stream I did yesterday, I gave people best of both worlds. I started the Red Dead story campaign over again, and I played
yes,
online.
dude. He started a new Red Dead playthrough. Go come through and be in this journey with him from the beginning. It's right there. All I have to do is subscribe. I'm telling you.
The only
Yo,
reason
better
why
do
it
that
ended is
shit.
because I planned to go longer until like at least chapter 2 because I didn't want to like bore people with the beginning part. Because not gonna lie, the beginning part is kind of
It's
boring.
slow.
Like
It's slow.
yeah, like it's boring. So like I was planning to start like the full stream like from chapter 2 to the end because that's where it picks up.
Uh huh.
So I was just like, that'll be better. But like I had to end it early because I wanted to at least get to chapter 2. That way I could
Mm-hmm.
do the full stream there. But that person joined in and started being
Yeah.
just a nuisance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I
There's a
can't keep
racist person in this chat.
like I didn't want to keep making the screen go blue and like having it tell you like, oh, the game isn't displayed, wait until it pops in. Like I didn't want to keep doing that because I was like, they're gonna miss a lot of content. Like I'm gonna basically take away from the stream. So I'm gonna just end it now and then just finish the tutorial on my own and then just
Mm-hmm.
restart the stream on chapter 2.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So yeah, so no, dude, check that out. So now there's no racist people in his thing. So hopefully we'll see. But
Yes.
Jeremy, do you have any quick closing words you'd like to sign off on?
I love my girlfriend and I love this
Yes,
podcast.
bro. Okay. I want to soundbite that, but I laughed. Could you say that one more time?
Yes. I love my girlfriend and I love this podcast.
Boom. I'm gonna soundbite that. Soundbite. I'm gonna soundbite that. And I'm gonna use that for future reference in the podcast. Bro, I'm not even kidding with you either. That's
For
dope.
future
And
intros
I
even.
I'm including the girlfriend part because that's funny. I love my girl. It's like no context. It's just like that's just gonna play sometimes. Okay, I need to actually do
You're
that
not
because I'll
gonna lie.
soundbite it, but I don't know if I need to figure out how to edit. Bro, editing is not. I don't know how to do it. I've tried
It's not
so many
easy.
times. This
It's
shit
really not.
sucks, and even when it's like basic editing. Yeah, but anyways, guys, I had an amazing time talking to one of my best friends, just one of the best people I know, Jeremy. You can most certainly look forward to having him on again soon, and we're going for at least 3 hours next time. Guarantee you, cause like those like super long podcasts are always like the kind of like the best to record. Like I've had like a couple 2.5 hours, but I haven't gone over 3 hours yet. So it's like
Maybe I
I want
could
to
be
go
the first.
deep. What was that?
I said maybe I could be the first one
You
that makes it go over
you,
3.
you could be. I'm having Ricky on Thursday. We're just gonna do me and him. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's gonna. Cause the couple podcasts we have had always are about 2.5 hours. That's usually when he taps out. So we'll see. I'm not gonna have any kind of bias. I'm just gonna see like when it's time. It's time. You know.
Me
I'll
and you
just
would
take things
talk
as a
for
sign,
hours over
bro.
this stuff.
Once this podcast makes advancements, and once I have a video podcast format going,
Dude,
and
we
and,
could get
and
a giant table and just sit around it and just talk.
I'm saying like that podcast, like we could get like a couple drinks, a couple snacks. We could sit there for like
Um,
hours, like for like 4 hours at least, and just talk about
I hope you don't
whatever.
mind. Like, if we do, like one day when that gets all set up, I
Dude,
do
that's the
kind of want
dream.
to hide my face a little bit.
You want to what?
know like I would like to hide my face a little
Oh, of
bit. That way people
course.
don't know what I look like fully.
Yeah, no, do whatever you're comfortable with, man. But I'm telling you, that's happening. So again, think if anyone made it this far, you're honestly a legend. That's pretty crazy for making it like almost 2.5 hours. But I appreciate you all. Again, Jeremy's coming back on soon. Check out Al Capone Gaming. Do you want me to put your Twitter in the description as well?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Go follow my boy. We out here, Mikoncast gang.